speakers, turn them up. Boom, the reefer burn it up. Cause vibe reactions in the building, we for certain love. The king of this reaction thing, and it's curtains for a fool that think of coming at the team. It ain't hurting us. True, I'm a vibe like Ray, and that's my brother and them. He love it when you go monkey with them bars, and it's my jungle gym. There's laughter in reality. Whenever Brody's streaming, keep it real and don't be scheming. Yo, he's actually no cap with it, so follow vibe reaction. Vibe reaction.
What is good? Good evening. Vibe gang. What the? I hate. Off. What's good, Vibe gang? It is your boy Ray here with another one. How's everybody doing? I had to go and refresh my brain before I get started with the rest of the reactions that I had tonight. I got a lot of reactions coming. I have a lot of reactions coming within the next couple of days, probably throughout the weekend. I've been recording a lot for the past couple of days. The dates could probably be all mixed up. So announcements and all that stuff, if it already happened, then it is what it is. But I'm trying to get as much content out here as possible. I'm in a pocket right now where I'm just trying to get some new stuff in, trying to get some donos in, trying to get some old stuff in, trying to get as much stuff into this as possible. And I got a lot coming, so you guys are going to be getting a lot. There's a lot of thumbnails that I got to make, a lot of descriptions I got to write. There's a lot of things that I got to do. So I'm going to be recording a couple today, and then I'm going to do thumbnails. I'm going to start doing premieres. I'm going to start doing drops and everything. So you guys are going to be getting a lot of footage. A lot of content. So, Federico, do me a favor, cut the beat. I've been on a reaction zone. I don't know what it is. Laura! Shout out to Laura for the dono. Laura, I appreciate you. HariQ in the chamber. Oh, Jesus, help us all. Is doing REN. Crucify your culture. Jesus, holy. Give me a second. I'm good. That took me to other extremes and other heights. HariQ in the chamber. Shout out to Laura for the dono. HariQ in the chamber, my brother.
And welcome, Q Nation's HariQ in the chamber, where everyone's good. Renegades! We're back with another video.
Hey, nigga, hold on, bro. Because you said a lot. Let me catch up. Let's rewind that back. I see you at 917. Yo, Vibe Gang, where you at, man? If you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe. Let's get him to 1,000 by the end of the day, bro. 1,000 subscribers gets him to the YouTube partner program, which gets him paid, ladies and gentlemen. He's at 917. You telling me we can't get him to 1,000? That ain't nothing. Renegades, let's go! Get this man to 1,000 subscribers by the end of today. Today is 5/22/2025. It's 2:34 in the afternoon. I need everybody to go subscribe to him right now. Let's get him to a whopping 1,000 subscribers. Look, 917. I don't lie, bro. 917, guys. Let's go. My brother. It is on you.
Now I'm seeing back another video. This is REN. Crucify your culture. I've been seeing this in the comments.
Hold on,
and
bro.
Welcome, Q Nation's HariQ in the chamber, where everyone's good. Renegades! We're back with another video. Now I'm seeing back another video. This is REN. Crucify your.
He about to make some man good ass oxtail. I guarantee you, man. Some oxtail and rice and peas. Boy, go ahead, man. That shit, man. Oh, they do that in Nigeria. And they do that in a lot of bunch of that. They do goat. The Dominican Republic do a lot of goat. I love goat. I love oxtails. curry goat. I love curry goat. Now I'm hungry. I just ate a sandwich and I'm hungry again. Thank you, HariQ in the Chambers.
And welcome Q Nation's HariQ in the Chambers, where everyone's good. Renegades! We're back with another video. Now I'm saying back with another video. This is REN. Crucify your culture. I've been seeing this in the comment section since day one that I've been reacting to REN, man. Crucify your culture. Crucify your culture. Crucify your culture. You know what I'm saying?
Crucify your culture. Crucify your culture. Every culture. Crucify your I love to make music with my mouth. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a long one. So strap your seatbelts on and see how far we can go. Rey Mysterio. I don't know why he said that. Let's go. May 30th, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget. Vibe recovery session, 8 p.m. on the 30th. If you want to join, I'm gonna make a video before then, letting you guys know what exactly this is gonna be and how I'm gonna break it all down to you guys. It's gonna be fun.
Q Nation's HariQ in the Chambers, where everyone's good. Renegades! We're back with another video. Now I'm saying back with another video. This is REN. Crucify your culture. I've been seeing this in the comment section since day one that I've been reacting to REN, man. Crucify your culture. Crucify your culture. Crucify your culture. You know what I'm saying? And then when I asked you guys what's your best REN song, this is one of the most highly requested songs that I saw there. So you know what I'm saying? Right here, man. Crucify your culture. You know what I'm saying? Now, I won't be able to...
I love his smile. His smile makes me smile. If your smile can make me smile, you get a star in my book. He has a very addictive smile.
So you know what I'm saying? Right here, man, crucify your culture. You know what I'm saying? Now, I won't be able to, I have an issue with my screen recorder. There's a little bit of a technical hitch, but I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to waste any more.
My brother, let me do this. I know. Go to eBay. Go to Amazon. Get pre-used laptops. Go look for that. Find the cheapest one. You could probably find one for like $200. Get yourself the cheapest webcam you could get. The webcam I'm using right now is $54. Go get yourself that, because I'm not using the GoPro. The GoPro, I used it for vacation with me and my wife. So the GoPro's packed up somewhere. The one I'm using right now is $54. I have a Yeti mic that worked very well for 2 years. If you want it, I could send it to you because I don't use it anymore. I could send you the mic, but the laptop is completely trashed. My laptop, the old one, this is the new one I'm using. That one, if it was still in working condition and nobody in the house was using it, I would have sent that too. But I do have a Yeti mic that I am not using no more. I don't need it anymore. This mic is working perfectly fine with me. So if you want it, let me know. If you have a P.O. box that I can send it to, and I'll send it to you. But that screen record stuff, you're doing a lot more work than if you get OBS and start doing everything through OBS. OBS is free. You can download it for free. It's very easy to use, to record and to add post and to add editing and to add all that. Like this stuff right here, my intro, these things right here. Let me see if I can make it play again. See that? I could send you links that shows you how to add those things on there too. And it's not gonna be a problem at all. So I mean, it's I love seeing people that are in the beginning, because if I have extra shit, bro, I ain't got no problem sending it to nobody, man. I'm not. It's holding up space. I'm not using it. It works perfectly fine. My kids don't need it. My wife don't use it. So it's just sitting here. So I mean, if you need it, let me know. Hit me up on the DM or something, and we'll find a way to get it to you. And it works. So you got, it's a plug and play. You plug it in and it's good to go. But it only works with laptop. So see if you can get yourself a laptop, something pre-used, $200. Go to the pawn shop if you can. They'll probably have for $100. I don't know where he is in the world, so it's all depending on obviously where you at. But I can help with the mic issue. So I can get you a mic if you need it. So it's out there. Renegades, let them know.
Of your time. Renegades. Let's get to this, man. I'm excited. All right, let's go.
My nigga, what kind of laugh was that? That was the exciting laugh. That was a kid. He'd be like, yo, I'm going to take you to go get some ice cream.
You know what I'm saying? Now.
Okay. I'm going to go and take you to get some ice cream.
I'm not going to waste any more of your
I'm going to go and get some ice cream.
time. Renegades. Let's get to this, man. I'm excited.
Okay, hold on. I got to do it. I have to finish it. Hold on, man. Listen right there. Hey, I'm going to go get... Oh, you want to go... Hey, you want to go get some ice cream?
I'm not going to waste any more.
Motherfucker, I went too back. I went too far. Hold on.
Renegades. Let's get to this, man.
I'm going to go get some ice cream.
I'm excited.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that shit made me cry a little bit. A little bit. I have 2 tears coming down my eyes. I'm going to go get some ice cream.
Let's get to this, man. I'm excited. All right, let's go. All right, what we got here? Okay.
A murderer's mind, born into a murderous time.
Hey.
Wrong is a bloodline, hard to define. For greed is poison the world.
Already out the gate, born with a murderous mind, born in a murderous time, where right and wrong is a blurred line, hard to define.
Nice.
If you know, you know. If you go online, you see it, man. Right and wrong is a blurred line. Nowadays, it's not.
Boy.
Boy, is it. They're trying to make it like it's not a clear definition. There is, by the way, but they're trying to make it like, oh, it's not that, you know what I mean? To give Gen Z, especially, an excuse to do foul shit. Right. It's not my fault. I'm a victim. I didn't know, and I did know.
The victim mentality is what brings, oh shit, this shit is still lit. The victim mentality absolutely is one cause that'll get, it gets Gen Z, and the good thing is that I see a lot of Gen Z that is actually thinking with common sense. Whether I agree with it, with what they believe in or not, they defend it with good-hearted, and they defend it with using what they feel is a fact. But it's not only that. There's a lot of Gen Z that are out there that are more like, they're using more common sense than a lot of old heads from our generation. A lot of old heads in our generation is following that victim mentality as well. Like, you know, come on, dog. That's a crutch that we use. I'm not trying to make anything anybody went through like less important. What I'm trying to say is, we understand what happened, and it could be the worst thing in the world. You cannot let it define who you are. You can't let it control you. These shits you see online and all that stuff. It's too much emotion being put into it and not enough common sense. We're gonna have to start using our brains before we start making any. Because I guarantee people, yes, when you have one mentality and you hear somebody put something online that's gonna trigger you, then cool. But then why don't you instead of getting mad and angry and sending a comment or recording a video of you screaming at it and sending it, instead of doing that, why don't you actually be like, okay, obviously there's something going on that I don't know. Because what would make this person believe in this when I believe in this? I don't get it. Then do your research and try to understand it. Because I guarantee you 100% of the time, once you start going down the actual rabbit hole of facts, you're going to find out that your feelings really didn't fucking matter, did it? I can't go to court and win a case off of feeling. But the problem about that statement is that I've seen a lot of cases where feeling was the deciding factor. And the facts really didn't matter anymore. Because it was about how a whole nation felt. It was the OJ Simpson trial. He won that because the way the people felt People say, oh, it's because of the glove. No, he was cooked before the glove. The glove is what saved them, supposedly. No, it was a nation that whole thing was judged in the media. It wasn't even judged in the courtroom anymore. That's why the Diddy file is closed the fuck down. They ain't letting no cameras and nobody in that motherfucker. Why? Why do you think they're not? Because they're not gonna let media control what the fuck needs to happen to that fucking man. Because everybody out there gets their feelings in the middle. Oh no, that doesn't feel right to me. That feels like a right has been smashed and I feel triggered. Then why don't you go inside of a closet and sit in there? Harry Potter did it and became a magician. Escape from the world and get inside a closet. And leave me the fuck alone. Feelings doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only person that your feelings matter is to yourself. Especially when you online trying to talk about a subject that a lot of people don't know half the information to defend. Because if you ask them a question of it, what are they going to in return? How are they going to respond to you? Negative. Violence. Because how dare you believe in something that I don't, how dare you believe in the opposite of what I believe in? How dare you do that to me? I feel alone now. I feel triggered. Oh, woe is me. And you know what the problem with that is? Life is still not going to give a fuck. Because this world that we're living in is not going to give a fuck about your feelings. So you're going to be continuously getting triggered and continuously thinking it's everybody else's fault but your own. Stop going to media to find your fucking use, or to find something to use as a crutch. This is gonna be a bad one. People gonna be pissed off for this one. Hey, I don't care. It's gonna be fun because the way the people that are going to respond to these comments that I'm making right now, they're going to respond with their feelings. They're not going to respond with their facts. I'm being passionate about what I'm speaking. And I don't know the facts off the top of my head, but I know that there is a fact. And I could go look for it and I could show it to you if you give me time. But you're going to be coming over here trying to get me? Nah, I ain't waste my time. People think that I'm getting upset. I'm not getting upset. This is passion talking. And I could cut this off and start making jokes if I want to. Because I'm not upset about nothing. But it's just like, when is enough going to be enough? When people going to tie up their fucking pants? All right. If I'm so triggered about what everybody else does, it's always time for me to make action and make myself be happy. I don't care a fuck about what you believe in. I don't give a fuck about who you want to sleep with. I don't give a fuck about what you want to do. I don't care about none of that. You know what I care about? I care about what I can protect in my home, my family, and myself, and my vibe gang. That's it. Be happy with what you got. You see people say, I want to leave America because then leave. Then leave. You're going to find out real quick why motherfuckers try to sneak up in this motherfucker. Because it's not going to be that easy and that better over there. Go ahead. It's all good. But we need to stop with this victim mentality, thinking that everything that we see in there is towards us and take it personal and make ourselves get triggered. What? Somebody asked me a stupid fucking question. They were trying to get me on something because I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Protecting M. And I said it. And they were like, so you're telling me that if you find out that Eminem is in Rothstein's list or whatever, Epstein's list or whatever, that you're gonna keep on supporting? I don't give a fuck about none of that. What does his music have to do with that? Just like R. Kelly, what does his music have to do with? He's a piece of shit human being, absolutely. You think that he's getting money off of the fucking space he's getting? No, that was sold a long time ago. They ain't making money off of that shit. That ain't supporting him in no way. And plus, I listened to the illegal version. LimeWire and shit. So he still ain't getting paid. I listened to the lyric video. That shit ain't getting him spins. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Stop taking it so personal. Look, if he did something bad, arrest him and let him pay his fine. Let him go to fucking jail. Spend his time in jail. I don't care. Yes, he's the greatest rapper in the world, but if he did some fucking dumb shit, let him find it. I'm still gonna listen to his music. I'll save money. I'll stop buying his merch. There. That's how you get him. You stop buying his shit and stop paying attention to his shit. Want to listen to his music? Listen to the lyric videos. Don't fuck about none of that bullshit. It's too much feelings going into this motherfucker, bro. Now, learn how to separate. My bad, my brother. HariQ in the chambers.
To give Gen Z especially an excuse to do foul shit. It's not my fault. I'm a victim. I didn't know. And I did know, but I'm a victim. I'm a victimhood. When that happens, right and wrong becomes blurred. Ren is talking. All right, let's go, mate. Ren is talking.
Murderous time, where right or wrong is a blurred line, hard to define. For greed is poison the well. We all drink from the chalice. It's a long way down into
greed has poisoned the well. We're all drinking from the chalice. He said we all drinking from it. That's hard. Ren, that's hard, bro. Because it's like, bro, yeah.
See, we say that we say that we all because we talk, but we still are subscribed to these things that we talk about. We still buy these things that we talk about that is trying to control us and trying to tell us what to do and not letting us think freely for what we want to think for, and love everybody even if you guys don't believe in the same shit. And they try to fuck with us and make us to a point where we can't survive without it. Like right now, I got money in the bank, right? Can't use it. Guys, somebody stole my debit card, and my debit card is gone somewhere. I gotta wait for the new one. So every bit of my dime is stuck inside of in my bank account. Can't use it. Technology leaves me stuck. That if I do not have a physical card, I can't even use my phone with the shit. Because I'm waiting for the new one. It's crazy. I go to the bank and then I have to go through an hour to hour and a half process for them to figure out if that account is mine because I don't have a debit card and with just my driver's license. Waiting in the line, waiting for somebody to look at my account, then they're having system, but no, I don't want to deal with it. So they make it for us to have no choice but to depend on this shit. Or we could just move to a country that doesn't have any of it and build new. Do it like the Ingles and say, well, okay, I don't need internet. I don't need Netflix. I don't need music. I don't need none of it. You know what I found back when me watching the Little House on the Prairie, because that was based on like the 1800s when there was, when people were just settling and people were building towns and building when that was going on. You knew who the bad guy was, or you knew who the good guy was. And now you have to question everything. So we want to go back to that. We have to get rid of everything technology. Everything. Every bit of it. I bet you you'll see your kids' faces again. I guarantee you'll stop seeing the top of the people's heads. Go to like a train station, a bus stop. Go in. You ain't gonna see nobody talking to nobody. You're gonna see people on their phones. Communication has went away. We start secluding ourselves more and more from the world. And that's why every time I go live, I try to make it an experience like if we're right there next to each other. Because if we were all in the same neighborhood, that's what we'll be doing. We'll all meet up and just hang out, talk shit, listen to music, and just have a gathering together. Guarantee that's how it'll be. That's just things I think about.
Whether you like it or not, whether you don't see it or not, we're all drinking from it.
Right.
It's poisoned the well, but it's affecting everything else, and we're drinking from it inadvertently, right? What you are. Let's say you go and buy something. You are
my nigga, don't scream at me. That's first off rip, my dude. Do not scream at me, bruh. I didn't do nothing for you to deserve you to be screaming at me like that. I didn't want to buy it, but I had to. Do you also, my kids can't eat? My kids can't eat. My kids can't eat. My kids can't eat. Is that what you're saying?
What you are. Let's say you go and buy something. You are effectively helping the greed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, if a greedy corporation created something, right? And you're buying the product, where does the money go? Back to the greedy corporation. So you're drinking from the same chalice. Even though you don't have that mindset, that's what you're doing. Even what using our laptops or whatever, our phones or whatever, right? They're all being created and built sometimes in unsavory ways. Bruh, don't get me started. We're all drinking from it. Ren's like, bruh, I know, but we're all drinking from it. It doesn't mean it doesn't make us bad people, but that's the reality on the ground. Oh, Ren, let's go, bro.
The fire for greed is poison the well. We all drink from the chalice. It's a long way down into the rabbit hole, Alice. Now I crucify your culture, burn down the old religion of consumerism, beats us up like vultures. Takes us for punks. They say jump, we jump. It's the same if it's Bush or Obama or Trump. I'm not buying into
No, Ren. Bro.
Hold on, rock on that. That man did a remix. No, Red. No, Red. Go ahead, Red. You need to take that and put it as an intro for something.
It's a long way down into the rabbit hole, Alice. Now I crucify your culture, burn down the old religion of consumerism, beats us up like vultures. Takes us for punks. They say jump, we jump. It's the same if it's Bush or Obama or Trump. I'm not buying into it.
No, Red. Bro, he said consumerism, right? That's all we're living right now, right? It takes us for punks. You know what I mean? It says jump, we basically say how high, or we say jump and we jump, right? It doesn't matter who's president. It's the same world, bro. They don't change a goddamn thing. None of them do. None of them. When Obama became president, everyone thought, oh, he's the second coming of Jesus or something, right? He's going to push the black community into greater heights because now we have the first black president in America, right? And in the verdict, he's going to change the whole world with it, right?
Shit.
Tell me, what the fuck happened?
He didn't do shit. That's what happened.
Did anything really change? Let me know. If something actually changed when Obama became, like, I'm not talking about policies. I'm talking about worldwide. To black people and to others, did anything really change of substantial, like, oh my God, Obama became president and the human race became this great, beings or something? Did anything happen? Are we still living in the same age of greed and consumerism? Nothing has fucking changed, bro. Ren. Oh my God, mate.
Consumerism beats us up like vultures, takes us for punks. They say jump, we jump. It's the same if it's Bush or Obama or Trump. I'm not buying into a 1, 2, 3 party system. My rising is some illusions of choice. Take our voice or take back your.
But we are finding out due to a lot of emails and a lot of information that's on the Doge website, on TikTok, and not TikTok, on Twitter. The Doge website. We found out that there was a lot of scandalous shit going on when Biden was president. A lot of it. To the sense of, by December, we're going to hit our mark of $1 trillion of our deficit. Of money that they're going to find they're estimating by December. Of money that was being used for shit that had nothing to do with us. Like, nothing to do with this country. That's what they found that our taxpayer money is not going towards anymore. So it's going to be able to go to more programs. I'm following every press conference. I am following every post I'm following, everything, and all the information that I'm gathering, I do not understand why people are still feeling the way they're feeling about Trump. I still don't get it. I don't get it. I have the facts. So no, I don't want to. This is not an y'all can debate in the bottom. Yeah, that's y'all free to do that. Y'all free to feel how y'all want to feel. That's cool. I'm telling you guys right now, I literally am going to federal websites. www.fed.gov.net type shit. I'm going to these websites. I am looking at these articles that these people are finding. I'm looking at those numbers. I'm looking at the rates. I'm looking at how it was 3 years ago. I'm looking at everything. And I'm like, so why are people still going at it like this? With so much passion and so like if they have a fact. I'm listening to CNN. I'm listening to ABC, NBC. I'm listening to all these people talk, and then I'm listening to Fox. And I'm like, so why does Fox got more news and more information that are a fact that I could actually go online and find? And these people, all they're doing is talking how Donald Trump is ruining the country. But there's no fact that they're giving us. I don't get it. Can someone please explain? I don't understand. And when if you're gonna answer without how you feel about it. Let's do that. Let's play a game. Let's play a game of answer down below with a fact that is researchable that could change my mind about the and it has to be like a source, like a federal website source, a document that is open to the public. None of this information is private. All this information you can absolutely get. So please tell me, what policy did he pass that is bad for us? There's policies that he passed that is bad for people outside of our country. Who gives a shit? We've been giving these people money for 4 years nonstop. Well, we have fucking our veterans in the street fucking starving. The VA's a fucking joke. But we're worried more about the people outside this country that is doing nothing but coming over here and sucking the soul out of the United States. And y'all want me to feel sorry for them. Fuck off. I'm not feeling sorry for nobody. I feel sorry for the Americans out here that are busting their ass every single fucking day. And all our money is going to other people's problems instead of our problems that we have here. And it's not only fucking Trump. It's our governors, it's our mayors, it's our senators, it's every state. We have to tell them, yo, we need to shape shit the fuck up. You may not agree with everything that Donald Trump does, and I understand. I get it. People forget, I was a Democrat for 20 fucking years. I was listening to the media side. Oh, shit, that's true. And then I started to listen to the Republican side, and I was like, hold on. Why does this actually make sense? And people's like, oh, you word vomit. People say to these Republicans that they just throw numbers and throw numbers and throw numbers to confuse us. Facts confuse you? Doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. I've looked at the other side. I've changed my algorithm to see how many videos I can see about what people are saying about Trump. And then these people are literally going on their phones and they're saying on TikTok all day long, Trump right now just arrested this guy from Maryland and and he is an illegal immigrant. He is an illegal immigrant, but he needs his due process. Wow. How the fuck do you figure that? How the fuck do you figure that? If there's record of him saying that he was, and people say, what law did he break? He was just in Maryland living. Understand that the law that they broke was breaking into the country. Okay, so if I break into Mexico, guess what happens to me? I get deported. They're not going to keep me. They're not going to do asylum. They're not going to do any of that. They're going to say, go back to your fucking country. Point blank. And they're not, and the people over there, the Mexicans over there, they're not gonna protest, say, no, let's keep them here. No, they're gonna say, get them the fuck out of here. We don't have enough for ourselves. We're gonna bring you over here and give you a little we got? Fuck are you talking about? No. We need to fix our country first before we can go and try to help anybody fucking else. I saw the numbers. Biden and Kamala both destroyed this fucking country in 4 years. Now all of a sudden you want to come and fix the border. Lady, your job in the beginning as vice president, your first job that Biden gave you was border czar. You were the border czar. You were in charge of the border. Y'all let it open and let everybody in here, and everybody was feeling it. Economically, everybody was feeling it through their paychecks. Everybody was feeling it through medical. Everybody's feeling it through everything. These criminals coming in here doing left and right, and people want to bitch about, oh, the kid. The kids are getting sent back because their parents are saying, we want to take them back with us. If the kids have somebody that are United States citizens in America, they could go, and the kid is American, the kid could stay with that relative. The kid doesn't have to go back, but if the parent is going back because they came here illegally, the parent is the one that says, I want my child to come with me if they're underage. Point blank, that's how it works. There's no other story. There's no other way it works. That's exactly how it is wrote down on the fucking policy. The parents are the ones saying, I want my child to come with me. But everybody's saying, oh, they're kidnapping kids. No, they're taking the kids because they are the parents' responsibility and the parents' child. So the parent got locked up. The parent said, can you take my kid out of school because I want the kid to come back with me to Mexico. That's their decision. They're the parent. If in the United States of America right now, an American citizen father drives drunk with his child in the back seat, guess what happens? His child gets taken from him because it's not the best interest of the child. But the father can fight, and still get that kid right back. Get it? If the parent wants the child, the parent's going to get the child one way or another. So if they ask for it, give the child back. That's your responsibility. It's not the government's responsibility of your child. Go ahead. They're not putting them in no foster care. They're not doing any of that shit. They're giving it back to them. And if the child has a parent, or not a parent, but if the child has relatives that live in the United States that are citizens, the child could easily go with them. And the child will be able to go to school, be able to get everything done until their parent figures it out and comes in here through the front door the way that my parents did, the way that my grandparents did, the way that my great-grandparents did back in the fucking day. Came here through the front fucking door. The Dominicans didn't have the luxury of fucking swimming the fuck over here. We had to go through the front fucking door and go through the whole fucking process of getting in here the way it's supposed to be fucking done. Money, time, going back and forth to renew your visa and do this and do that. That was my life with my parents. Seeing them go back and forth to the Dominican Republic. Because they have to become citizens. So don't tell me nothing. I spent 20 years of hearing fucking stupid propaganda on the fucking news and giving me poison in my fucking brain. So it was time for me to do my own research and find out what exactly the fuck is going on. Because I started giving a fuck, you know when? When I had kids. And when my kids were going to school and I started to see what this fucking propaganda did to my daughter and what this propaganda did to my fucking son. So I'm done with it. Point fucking blank. I don't see any problem with any fucking policy that he's put. He let it ride the way it ride. It's better than what the fuck we had before. We already seen change. Gas right now on my block is at $2.65. It hasn't been at $2.65 in 5 fucking years. So what are we talking about? Eggs are down. Laura, what you do, Laura? Laura, what you do, Laura? Laura, what you do, Laura? Oh.
I'm not buying them simple 1, 2, 3 party system. My rising is some illusions of choice. Take our voice, so take back your rigged election system. Deficit, represent nobody but your money. How you keep them sweet? No.
But at the end of the day, the president, Congress, the Senate, media, none of those people are in charge about what happens. There's people above all that. There are the real power that is the one that is doing this. But the way the right side, the Republican side is, they're just coming out with nothing but more discoveries, and the people that he put into place in the office, people that are the FBI and Patel and the border czar and all these new information and updated shit that they're finding out. It's just like, what the fuck were they doing? Like it looked like legitimately this is the Illuminati. It's like we found the Illuminati playbook of how much that they've done. I'm just like, how the fuck was that even possible? It's because people were getting rich. You know why you see the Democratic Party going crazy? You know why you see the Democratic Party acting really unrational and very violent and very aggressive? And you can see it all over the internet. It's not hard to find. It's very easy to find them the way they act. There's literally series in people's channels, the way how they act when just a Republican. I saw a Republican go into a Democratic political, not a debate, but it was a protest, and it was peaceful. They were not acting crazy or anything. And all the Republican did was put a MAGA hat on and stood there. And they were like, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm protesting your protest. But he's not saying nothing. He has no sign. He's not being violent to them. He's hands crossed in there. And there's people throwing shit at him. There's people slapping the hat off his head. There's people pushing him, ripping his shirt, taking his bag and doing it. And that's the liberals. Those are the people that are defending their honor because of that's passion. That is not smart. Because he didn't press charges on any of them. Because he could have. People spitting on him, that's assault. People throwing shit at him, that's assault. So who's acting more rational in that situation? And that's not only him. You could see millions of other videos of how the liberals act when they're out there and acting the way they act in the United States. They're going off of just a pure emotion. Every time somebody tries to debate them, they want to come and not bring facts, just say, but this is how I feel. But this is how people are feeling about this. And this is fuck a feeling. This is the fact. This is not what's going on. Media is telling you this is what's going on. Stop paying attention to that, is what we're saying. This is not what's really going on. They've been caught in lies many times. What do you think fucking Trump is suing them for? He's suing certain media places. He's suing certain people because they're like, yo, you're not going to be coming over here saying all these crazy ass lies about us. What is wrong with you? We're not doing any of that or what you guys are saying. There's no fact of that. Oh yeah, and that's all they know how to do, get angry and then start throwing shit. I'm going to start doing videos of that. Dead ass, because it exists. It's out there. It just... Why can't, okay, you have differences, you believe this and you believe this, fine. If people could just sit up and just talk about it, okay, I understand what you're saying, but, this is, this information right here, what we found is boom, 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 boom. If the other person just stops worrying about how they're feeling at the moment and just zone into what they're reading and the facts that they're showing, they're going to start saying, oh, fuck, I've been feeling the wrong way. You know how I know that happened? My dad has been a Democratic man since he became a United States citizen. He has voted Democrat. He is 70-something years old right now. And I sat with him for 1 week, and me and him had political conversations. My dad said if I could go back and change my vote, I would. because I started showing him facts on my phone and showing him broke it down, the paperwork and everything. Hey, this is on this webpage. This is not no bullshit webpage. This is the actual federal government's webpage. This is how much, and then go down the list and explaining it to him. It took time, but he was willing to listen instead of fighting me on everything that I'm saying. So when people start walking away, it's because like I'm not gonna keep on trying to give you fact, and I'm not gonna sit here and hear you call me all these names because my fact is hurting how you feel, and people just they just walk away. They don't want to deal with it. Who else gonna want to deal with it? An irrational person. They have the platforms out there for them to stake their cases, and every time they go up there and stake their case, they always get dealt with facts. It happens every single time. So where are all these? So the liberals that are still stuck in that, I plead to you, please, just don't take my word for it. I promise you, I'm not lying. Don't take my word for it. Look at all these videos that are out there. Look at Charlie Kirk debating liberals. Look at Candace Owens debating liberals. Look at Officer Satanum debating Ben Shapiro debating liberals. And you can hear these debates, you can hear the questions that are being asked about every policy, every subject that's going on right now politically. It's out there. So if you had a question, boom, they'll be there and they'll give you direct answers. They'll tell you exactly where you can find this information, everything, and then you can do your research and go down that line. Debates are the best thing to do so you can get knowledge because it sinks in. Because people are going at it, you can hear the arguments, and I talk to the phone all the time. It opened my eyes when I started going down that rabbit hole of how much I didn't know. How much I was just like blinded to for some reason. So, I mean, that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. And that's the last thing because I don't want to piss people off too fucking much. But at the same time, understand this is just my beliefs. It's how I feel. I live in the United States for 40 years. I know how it is to be a parent in the United States. I know how it is to work in corporate America in the United States. I have paid taxes. I have paid bills for over 30 years. I know the cost of things, and I see how it changes depending on who's politically in office. I see the changes. I feel the changes with my kids. I know what it is. And when I tell you that I am open-minded on everyone's subject and I understand everyone's point of view, because I thought that way before. Or boy, how I was wrong. How wrong I was. And then people say, oh no, they're not debating fair. They're not debating fair. Why? Because they're giving facts? How is that not fair? You ever seen a debate that you don't use facts? What kind of debate clubs you guys have in high school? Because mine's got to be on point. Like I have to have fact or nothing. If we sitting there arguing back and forth, I mean, ain't nobody winning. They're going to tell us to go back to the classroom and put the helmets back on. All right, I'm done. I'm fucking done, bro.
No. We have no. Okay. I should have known by the title, Crucify Your Culture. Ren is crucifying the culture right now. He's bloody freaking putting nails through it. We have to protect Ren. That what he said right there is one of the most dangerous things, bro. Oh, wow. He said, I don't believe in your 1, 2, 3 party system. It's an illusion. Rigged elections. Bruh.
That's election years. It was too smooth to be rigged, brother. Sorry to tell you that. I don't know when this was, but Trump's election, that was too much of a landslide to be rigged. He won everything. He didn't just win he won every vote on everything. That was like, okay, so that's never happened. Winning by a landslide the way he did. Half the state was red. No, not even half. 90% or 78 or 80% of the country voted for Trump. Of the country. And then he won every electoral vote. Then he won everything. That's a fact. So the majority of America feels that way. That this was a good, and still after the 100 days, I think they said, how do Americans feel about their vote? And still 76% of Americans said, I still go buy it. I'm good. So, I mean, America, obviously, this election, obviously, a lot of people opened their eyes and started saying, oh shit, okay, so, yeah. I knew that from the first time Trump went for president. This ain't nothing new to me. He did it the first time. Everything got better. Gas was cheaper. I was getting a lot more money in my fucking paychecks. Life was good. Facts. I saw a lot more money in my paycheck. And then it went to shit. And then it just went. And then he came back. He's like, I have to come fix it again. Fuck it. And so far, he's going to the right trajectory. I haven't seen anything that has been bad. I mean, it's up to us. It's people's decision. Because it don't matter who's president, bro. Like, realistically, it really doesn't matter. As a person, if you're going to let whoever the fuck is president stop you from fucking succeeding and winning, yeah, it's going to suck. It's going to be more money out and yeah, whatever. These are the things that people have, decisions that need to be made that people don't want to make because they want to make sure that they're liked instead of doing what needs to be done. Trump said in the beginning, this is what needs to be done, and we're gonna feel it. He didn't deny that we were gonna feel this. He was like, we're gonna feel it, but it needs to be done. His system, the way it works, all the policy he puts into play plays into each other. And everything works to benefit us. So yeah, you're not gonna see it in a month or two, or 3, not even 4 or 5 probably. You're gonna start seeing it change within a year to a year and a half of all these policies get into place. And watch. It's gonna go right back and everybody's gonna be good. But people are still gonna find things to bitch about because they're gonna continue listening to the media, and the media's gonna continue on slandering Donald Trump until he's out of office. And then when he's out of office, everything that he put into place, if a Democrat ever takes over that party again, or takes over presidency again, and they want to completely just take everything that Donald Trump did and say, nope, we're shutting all this down. It's not gonna be good. Because if they already try to get him out of here twice, man, come on. Obviously, you see, you know what it looked like to me? It looked like Donald Trump was going to make a lot of people not make money. With the policies that Donald Trump was going to do, there was a lot of people that were going to lose their jobs. Lose a check. There was a lot of people that were trying to get Donald Trump the fuck out of here. So those 2 attempts, it's surprising that someone actually did it, but it's not surprising that people were actually thinking it. I was just hoping that it wasn't going to happen. And God blessed that man for a reason. So, like I said, I respect what you believe in, just respect what I believe in, that's all. I just plead you, just do the proper research and stop going, don't even look at Fox. Because Fox sometimes be biased too. I listen to debates. I listen to the actual politicians and what they say when they're in Congress, having their debates or having their conversations. I look at those videos. Those are the videos that I see on who's who and how they talk and what are their policies and what do they want to do and all the stuff that's coming out and how the other replies to their. That's the stuff that I watch. I don't listen to no CBS. I don't listen to any of the news. CNN, all that shit is garbage. I don't listen to none of that. I listen to debates. I listen to people debating people. The best way you can get your information. And I did my own research. And that's how I did it. Don't ask me who said what in the news, because I don't watch the news. The news is never on in my house. And if I'm in a place that there's news on, I ask it politely. I ask if I could turn it off, because I'm not going to be having that panderization shit going on the news. Whether it's coming from Fox or it's coming from fucking CNN, it don't matter. Both of them can suck a dick. But that's how I'm doing my shit. I'm listening to people. I'm listening to the actual people that are in charge of these fucking rules. Actual people that are in charge of approving policies. Actual people that are in charge of this country. Why wouldn't I? Why am I going to listen to somebody else talk about somebody else's job? That's crazy. I'm going to go to every press conference that Donald Trump is at. I'm going to go to every debate that anybody else is at, talking about the subject, talking about what Donald Trump just spoke about, to see, okay, what people are talking about, how people are feeling about the subject. Okay, I can see that argument. Yet this person, I don't know. I can't. You can't use that when you debate it, because that's an experience that you personally experience, and it's not the masses. We're talking about how this is affecting the masses, not how this is affecting you. That's how they debate. You debate thinking self. Some of these Republicans debate with thinking as a whole. How is this, and an average on whole, how is this affecting us? That's how the only way you can measure it. You can't just measure it with you. You gotta measure it with more than that. Man, I didn't think this shit was gonna get this political, bro. I don't really like talking like that much about politics, man, because I could go for hours about it. I go hours about it. I could bring up paperwork. I could bring up the websites. I could bring up my history. All my shit. I could go back to my history and I go pick up all the shit that I looked up. But I don't know.
Bruh, Rand's basically saying that if you think your thumb is doing anything, it's a fucking lie. If you think you're really making a choice on who's president or who's prime minister or who's whatever the fuck it is, it's a fucking lie. It's already been decided. You're just going through the motions to make you think that you have a choice.
Now, that could be true in the Trump thing. Because like I said, using that analogy, it's kind of taking away from how Trump won. That you can't rig that. It's kind of hard to rig. But it could be rigged in the sense of the powers to be can say, all right, now it's time for us to let Trump run shit for a while. And let him build the company, build the country, and build the revenue, and build. Because people say, look at all the companies that Donald Trump did. And it's all the bankruptcy. And he's still worth billions of fucking dollars. I think I'm going to listen to the man that's worth billions of dollars. Even if that's what companies are. He invests into a company, the company grows, and the company falls. The company falls, buy out, I'm done. Go to the next one. Don't mean nothing. He still got money. He still knows how to run the company. He still knows how to run the country. And that's how I feel. It is true. There's going to be
you're just going through the motions to make you think that you have a choice. This reminds me of a movie called Captain America Winter Soldier, right? In that movie, near the end of the film, right? Captain America and Black Widow, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie already, sorry. Excuse me. They go to Cap's old army place, right? And they meet this guy, I think it's called Zolo or something, but it's a computerized version of him. He used to be the second command to Red Skull, right? He's a scientist. Anyway, he explained that Hydra, the organization that he works for, right? They've now infiltrated everything.
Hydra!
Everything, right? Before, in World War II, they lost. Why? Because they tried to take humanity's freedom by...
And before somebody clips me doing that, understand that was part of the movie. That was Hydra. That's how they saluted the Red Skull in Captain America. You thought that...
Because they tried to take humanity's freedom by force. And they realized that by doing that, it actually united humanity against them.
Right.
Frederick Douglass said it best, right? He's a black author, poet. I think he's a poet. But basically, he's one of the great black thinkers, or great thinkers, either way. He was saying that only through struggle does humanity gain progress, right? So when human beings are struggling against something, that's through that we get some progress, right? Is it kind of in the same vein of when humanity has a common enemy, we unite, fight against it, and through that we get progress. It's kind of in the same vein, right? So Heidi realized that, oh, bro, we can't do that. So they went back to think about it, and they figured it out. Make humanity give away their freedom willingly by giving them the illusion of choice.
My man is smart. He's absolutely right. Absolutely right. He is absolutely right. They give you the illusion that you are in control. You are not in control. And it don't matter. Trump could get out of presidency and it's still going to be the same thing. It doesn't change. It doesn't change what's going to happen anyway. Trump could be in president. You're still going to be doing exactly what they want you to do. Trump could get out of president. You bring a Democrat. Bring Kamala in. Fuck it. You're still going to be doing the same thing. It's not going to change. You're going to keep on doing what you do. That's why when I look at independent, that's why I look at independent artists, independent people, entrepreneurs, people that get it from the ground up. No matter what the government or no matter who's president, there's people that become millionaires every fucking day. It's about what they do when they get to that status. So that's why I'm a high believer in entrepreneurs, self-owned businesses, stuff like that to promote and push instead of corporations and stuff like that. Because it's just like you have enough with the machine pushing you. What the fuck do you need me for? I like to stay to the independent, the people that are actually putting the elbow grease and the work into it and build them up. Because that's how the country gets stronger. By making us rich. Oh, no matter what color, it don't fucking matter. Making everybody self-rich. We don't need the government. Once the government starts seeing that, they're going to start pulling back. They're going to have no choice. But he's right. He's absolutely right.
Choice. You choose your leaders. You choose this. You're in power. You're in control. Power of the people, right? No, it's all bullshit. It's rigged to make you think that way. So that you think you're free. But as you're going in time, you are giving away your freedom willingly. And by the end, you suffer for it. People who want greed and power controls the rest. You think you're free, you're not. It's a lie. But then you think, what can I do about it, right? I'm just going to live here and do my thing. Ren's like, nah, bro, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up.
Yep. There is, we can all wake the fuck up, but who are we fighting? We could go to the government. What are we going to do with them? Because with that theory, the government's not even in control. With that theory, it's somebody besides the government is going to be in control with a theory like that. So who are those people that we're fighting up? If we don't know who they are, those are the questions that we need to ask. We need a. That's why I said it from the beginning. We need a spy to get into the organization, to build himself into the next 2 years. And get into the nitty-gritty of who's really in charge of this shit. And take it out from within. That's the only way you're going to do it. They're not going to expose themselves. They're not going to tell you who it is. And it could be Tom Hanks for all we fucking know. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody. It could be a group of them. I'm not saying Illuminati exists. I'm saying they can be a group of wealthy elites that come together and conversate about the movement and the culture. Because that's their bread and butter. People started protesting with the BLM. Remember that? Remember the BLM? And then what happened a couple of years after? Found out BLM was all a scam, huh? Exactly what everyone was saying, but nobody wanted to listen. It was all a scam. It was a well-designed system built to generate money. Period. They didn't care about color. They didn't care about that. They didn't care about what racism, prejudice still exists. Absolutely. Racism? No. I could do exactly what anybody with my skill level that is white could do. And I could do it wherever he does it. There's no racism. There's people that are prejudiced. There's people that are ignorant. That just still live in the past and want to keep on bringing racism up, but that shit doesn't exist. But you can't use the Obama argument no more. Racism doesn't exist. We had a black president. Bring that up, and people are like, well, was he really black? Oh, he was black when you voted for him. But don't come and switch it up now and say that he's not. Because when he ran for president, they ran with that. And now people say, now he actually Indian a little bit. He mixed. Okay. Following Media. What media was saying. Our first black this, black history month, black. And then you started to see that he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing nothing. He ain't black, he mixed. The way you disown your own, man. Golly. That quick. I've learned that with time, all bullshit exposes itself. And that's all that's happening right now. Bullshit is exposing itself, but people are getting blinded because the other media, they're pushing. They're working overtime, they're overtime on the negative. We gotta push it harder because they're throwing facts. Too much facts. We gotta push harder. We gotta push harder. They're exposing us for what we really are. You don't believe me? All you gotta do is stop looking at the news and start looking at other shit. That's all. And make your own decision. You don't have to believe me. I don't care if you do. No problem. Music is music. Ren is expressing himself, and I love it. I agree with 95% of what he says. 95. Because it's true. I believe there are elites out there. That it's not set up how our imaginations in social media puts it out, that people with hoods on and with goats and all this other stuff and sacrifice. There's no evidence of any of it. People just talking. Those are fucking camp stories. That's all that is. But I do believe that there is a group of people that do it. A group of people that have so much money and so much power that they could control anything that happens, with the notion that everything has a price. They've probably seen people's scandal. They've probably hired people to investigate and to look into things and get information from certain people that own companies that do this, that do that, and then set up a meeting and say, hey, by the way, I know that you own this company, but let's do this. Let's do a contract and let me own 70% of the revenue that comes to your company, because if not, here, and I'm going to blackmail you with a video that I saw you doing something very illegal, and you'll end up doing probably life in prison. So how do you want to work with this? What do you think that person's going to say? No, I'll go do life. Person's going to do any fucking thing that person that has that shit is going to tell him to do. I absolutely believe that that's how it's being controlled. That's why, yes, Trump is trying to fight back against whatever that is. And you know what's going to happen? Trump is going to lose. That's what's going to happen. That type of stuff is too powerful. People are not willingly going to sacrifice their whole entire life just because they want to prove a point. That's a movie type of situation. We're not in a movie. This is real life. So unfortunately, with all the effort and all the work that Trump is trying to do to try to expose all this bullshit, it is not going to work. Because he's going at the wrong people. And that's why I'm saying it's going to continue going on. So we could debate each other, fight each other. We could go to war with each other. But at the end of the day, is it going to be worth it? When it really not going to really matter what Trump does, we're going to have a little bit of probably a little bit of relief for a couple of years. And then we're going to come right back to it. So does it really matter? They're going to come up with something different that they could bitch about and bring it all back. Absolutely. We need to find those people.
Like, nah, bro, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. If you know, wake the fuck up, bro.
Oh, when that Band-Aid rips and all that exposure happens, if that ever does happen, I feel like this country is going to go and it's going to be very empty. I think there's going to be a lot of people going to prison and probably worse, getting the death penalty. I think if let's say one day these elites are magically just caught, I don't know how, but let's just say, you think they're not going to go in there and snitch? Absolutely, they're going to go in there and snitch. But then I sit to think, snitch to who? Because half the judges in there are probably going to be in jail with them. So I would love to be alive to see that day when the system shuts down. I would love to be alive. I believe there is a system. Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit hole, go into it and search it. There is a system in place where government doesn't matter. And when you see somebody like Donald Trump that is trying to fight against all of that, to a degree, you have to respect it. Because he is trying to fight against it. That's why they're fighting him so bad. Because he is fighting against each and every one of them. You research and figure it out. But what I'm saying is, it's not going to matter. Fortunately, it sucks. But that's why I say we only can control what we can control. We only can control about how we can move, who we can support, who we can't support. That's the only thing we can choose. And if people choose not to support me because of what I'm saying, that's your choice. And sorry that you had to go. I had fun with you. But if you decide to stay, understand that I'm never going to change my thoughts. I'm never going to change how I feel of my own personal experiences in this world. And just the same way that I can't understand what you went through because those are your own experiences. I can't live in your body and feel your pain like that. I could sympathize with you and I could be there for you as a friend, but I can't feel what you went through. I could feel what I went through in this world. And I could make my own decisions and do my own research to figure this whole thing out. And that's the best that I could do. So, yeah, we may not agree with this one thing, but that doesn't take away all the good times that we had. So before you unsubscribe, please really think about that. Because, I mean, it make sense. Because I'm not going to stop showing love to you just because of what you believe. And it is what it is.
It's like the whole idea of the Antichrist, right? The Antichrist is basically this being, right? It's not going to come with evil, monster, no. The Antichrist is the idea of he's going to come and give humanity what they want, which is freedom and peace, right? He will come and give you world peace. Everyone's happy. It's like heaven on earth, right? And so what do? You give away your freedom willingly to the Antichrist. You begin over time to worship him because he's a tangible being, right? That came to bring you all this good stuff around.
Demolition Man. Demolition Man. Is it Demolition? Yeah, Demolition Man. You see how there was no cursing, there was no murder in their town, in the world now. All that went away because this man pretty much was the one that fixed it all and made everything so unique. That's an example of what Revelations could look like. One person that makes everybody just feel this way and everybody's all happy and just all brainwashed and hello and no cursing, there's no murder, there's no anger, there's only happy smiles and positivity and paradise and everything's beautiful and you don't eat a lot of this junk and it's just minimum and there's no sexual contact. Everything negative is gone. Once that happens, it should go down. That's why a lot of people be like, yo, I think Trump is the Antichrist, bro. He brainwashed all these people to vote for him. And I'm like, brother, even because he is president, even when he's here for the 4 years, you honestly think that at the end of the 4 years, that's how we're going to end up? You think we're going to end up in complete peace around the world, nigga? That is not going to happen. Absolutely not. You see the way this motherfucker talks on camera? Did you see what he did to the president of Africa? Man. Oh, my God. He threw it in his face. Like, look what's going on in your country, bro. You know, you see all these bodies? Yeah. So you say that you know what's going on here. Obviously, you know what the hell's going on there. We need this war. We need this thing to stop. But that's never going to stop. The Revelations is that's when the world is in that point where we completely stop with all the unaliving and everything else and just really killing. Well, all the killing. I don't give a shit if they're going to demonetize me anyway. It doesn't matter. All the killing. I'm not going to be talking like they want me to talk. I'm going to talk the way I want to talk. But it's just... We need Sylvester Stallone to figure it out. Sylvester Stallone can figure that nigga out. You can figure out who it is, man. He need to stop doing Rocky movies and start doing that.
The tangible being right? That came to bring you all this good stuff around you. And human beings will respond to that, isn't it? We use our eyes to actually, you know what I mean, to convey that kind of connection, right? So when he does that, you're thinking, oh my God, he's so amazing. He becomes God on earth without you realizing it. You give your freedom willingly to the Antichrist, but in the end, you're only left with evil without you realizing it.
It's a spiritual war, absolutely.
You've given away your freedom. So
it's absolutely a spiritual war, I believe. It's a spiritual war between good and evil, wholeheartedly. And I hope it gets better. I don't see it getting better. I see a lot of anger out there. I see a lot of confusion out there. I see a lot of just no emotion or too much emotion. There's nothing in the middle to actually sit and have a conversation anymore. But I really hope something changes. But I don't see it. It's a life that we've always known. Always going to be the propaganda. It's always going to be media. It's always going to be agendas being pushed. It's always going to be those secret shadow people, I like to call people that just sit in the shadows and make things happen. And unless we stop that, it's just going to continue the same thing. They're going to continue on putting us against each other. And they're going to continue on trying to shut our speech. They're going to continue on trying to shut our mouth of what we want to say. Ain't nobody going to stop me from saying what I want to say. I don't give a fuck who's president. I really don't. What I do care is about my freedom. And right now, I feel free. I don't choose to follow propaganda, so I'm good. I got an iPhone, I got an Android. When was the last time you seen an Android commercial? The hot thing is iPhones right now, bro. And we can have that argument too. I like Android. And you know why I like Android? Everybody, you know what? Put your specs up. Everybody take your phones out, man. Everybody get your specs up right quick. Go to settings. I had to do this with my son, I had to do this with my daughter, and I had to do this with my wife. And they all three have iPhones. And I had to do this with them. And I said, put your specs out. And then I'm not going to show you because. And everybody put these specs out. And I started going point by point. And by every category, my phone was better than them. Every category. But yet, they paid more for their phones than I did. Not saying that Samsung don't got no fucking expensive ass phone. Their new phone they want is $1,800. But that phone is a million times better than this one. A million times better than that one. So it's worth it. It's like a mini computer in your fucking pocket. I've used Pixel before, the Pixel phones. I used that before. I just couldn't understand. It was too technological. It's too techy for me. That's literally a computer for your pockets. That was way too much. But I've been fine with Android. Every time somebody sees my what is it, yellow or blue? Blue? No, green. When people see the green, they start getting upset with me. I'm like, why are you mad? Why are you upset? It's a color, bro. Like, change your theme in your chat. If you can change the theme, you can just my color changes, so you can change it. If it bothers you that much. Fuck it, hey.
Be left with evil without you realizing it. You've given away your freedom. So by the time you realize it's too late, you're fucked.
I like the way you said fucked.
That's what men are saying right now. Rigged elections, bro. The party system's all fake. While you lot are fighting, while us lot or we lot, whatever you want to call it, are fighting against each other for the fucking political party, whether it's the Democrats left or the Republicans right or the fucking conservative Labour. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is. While we're all fighting each other, they're off having parties and fucking orgies. Oh yeah. I don't know if you remember seeing that thing from that guy from America. He's a young congressman. I think he's the youngest congressman ever or something. And I don't know what happened. He basically just said the truth for some reason. Eventually, the truth bleeds out, right? Eventually. But then they always like to cover it up. He basically said it shocked him that his peers, who are much, much older than him, were doing drugs and having orgies. He said it plainly. And then they came out, oh, it was all true. The news covered it up, massaged it, and
I don't know which case he's talking about. But that's pretty much a great example of what media does. I'm trying to find one that happened, and it was with Patel. I think there was a congressman that was trying to tell Patel, which is the FBI director, that he did something illegal. I forgot exactly how it was, and then he was like, "I didn't do anything illegal. What are you talking about?" And then he tried to make his point, and then when Patel was giving him facts, he kept on trying to cut him off. A couple of days later, after I saw that, I started seeing CNN talk about that issue and then flip it in a way that it didn't happen at all. Like literally, I saw the whole entire thing. Like the whole, I think it was a 2.5-hour fucking thing that they had on Fox and it was just, all it was is them recording Congress and Patel talking. That's all that it was. There was no commentary, there was nothing. And I'm watching the whole 2 hours while I'm editing and doing shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, that's nothing, none of that happened. How the hell did they flip that? And I was like, man, there you go. Once again. But then I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, man, I need to do a video about this. I need to talk about this. But then I sit there and I'm like, are people really gonna care? They really give a fuck about any of this? No, they're not. Because at the end of the day, they're going to feel how they want to feel, and they're going to believe what they want to believe. And there's nothing that I can say or do to ever change nobody. And that's fine. I don't want to change nobody. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm just saying, I will hate for you to do yourself an injustice and not do research and really, really, really look into the things that I'm talking about, because it's out there. It's not hidden. Media is not hiding that. Like, CNN can't hide it. That's the good thing about the social media that I like, is that the truth is out there. It's just a little bit hard to find it because it's smothered with so much bullshit on top of it that you can't see nothing. All you see is smear shit with corn.
It was gone. It wasn't. That should have been the biggest scandal ever, but no. And yet other things become big scandals. Goes viral everywhere. This had a little blip and it was gone.
That's how it works.
Go do your research.
Because it's a fact. Because what they show, it's a fact. They don't want to show that. Oh shit, is there a fact out there? Let's flood all this shit. Go to that genre of media and flood it with this shit that I'm gonna give you. Because we need to cover that. We need to overload that. We need to smother the internet with it so like that we could cover up that one thing that was said. It's how it works. I've seen it happen. I've seen people contradict themselves on stage. I've seen people completely make up false information, false numbers, and false lies on camera, and these are media people. Go look at the House Secretary. Go look at the House Speaker. Go look at all the videos that they got of these people up, not debating, but with press conferences, doing press conferences all the time, every day. Watch these videos. They're out there, and you'll see how the media that are there asking questions completely get themselves told and completely get themselves look ridiculous and unprofessional by the questions that they ask and how they ask it with the disrespect. And then when they get shut down with facts, because that girl Levitz, she's got the facts on point on hand because she knows how they are. And she'll say, no, actually, the number was this. So why would you come in here and say that the number is something that is not? And I've heard it say that to them 100 times. I'm going off of the information that's on this web. No, it's not on this website because this is the website that I just printed out. The website that you're talking about did not say that number. So why are you saying, and this lady was from CNN? It was an eye-opener. It was an eye-opener for me when I started going down the whole political thing. And I was like, oh my God. Like, this is, it's scary. It's fucking scary.
I forgot his name, but that's what he said. And that's what's happening. So while us lot are being, oh my God, the president, blah, blah, blah. Nah. That's exactly what's happening, mate. That's the truth of the matter, bro. Aristotle, I think Aristotle or Plato, I've forgotten, one of the Greek philosophers died because of this idea. He said democracy is a joke. Why? Because how the hell can people vote for people, like, how they don't have the requisite skills, right, and thinking set to vote for people to lead them, because you haven't taught them how to do that. In his mind, he was like, voting should be a skill, right? That you learn so that you can discern what these people are saying. You can actually, it's not just like some people nowadays, even no, people vote for all kinds of reasons, bro. It's like, oh, he's smart. Oh, he has a nice smile. Oh, he's cute. Oh my God, he's charming. Not because of actually what they're saying. Oh, look, there's a celebrity there. Why do you think they keep...
And look who, for example, on the Kamala and Trump debate, look who she had up there. She had Eminem, she had Kamala, she had Beyonce, she had all these superstars. Who did Trump have coming up there? The majority of the people. Self-owned entrepreneurs that built their own business, they have their own money, that they've made their own fucking way. Those are the ones supporting Trump, and people got a problem with that. But come on, dog. I love Eminem, and I don't agree with anything Eminem does. Politically, I don't agree with anything Eminem does, but I'm not gonna stop listening to his music because of it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. I listen to Marshmallow's LP 400 more times.
Actually, what they're saying. Oh, look, there's a celebrity there. Why do you think they keep using celebrities, especially in America? They keep using celebrities, right, to get your vote, or they do some they get somebody that's really cool and popular to help them to get the vote. Oh, I like this guy. He's great. Right? The Meg Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's, the freaking Taylor Swifts, all these motherfuckers, man, coming to, convince you to vote.
And go look at Trump. Self-made comedians, entrepreneur comedians, Joe Rogan, just a whole bunch of people that don't fall in that category as those people, because these are people that actually go and put the work in and actually are using their common sense when they're voting. That's why. But that's why they get them. They be like, oh shit, she's got Beyonce, she's got Eminem, she's got all these people, Taylor Swift and everybody. I mean, she's got to be good, right? And that's what I'm talking about. You can't just vote because they have your favorite person up there. Vote through politics. If people could tell me that they'll have a actual debate instead of screaming, I'll do a debate live and I'll bring people up politically in the U.S. Politically, I'll go at it with anybody. Give me time to look for the facts and everything, but I got history that I could go over. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I got on my phone that I could just give me time to look for, but I could have a debate for you. I'm not off the top that good, but if we want to talk facts, I can get you the facts. I can definitely go, but I know that will never happen. Political live debates? No, it's nothing but negative. It's going to bring nothing but negativity and nothing but bullshit. And that's all that it is, because it won't be able to be a proper conversation or a proper debate. It will never. It could start that way. It'll never end up that way, because eventually feelings is gonna start getting involved into it, and then that's when it'll take a shit. And I don't want to do none of that stuff. I just support what I support, and I keep on moving. I don't try to stay into it too long, because this one video, you probably won't hear me say nothing political for another month, because I don't really want to just grin on it. So I'm just gonna let him talk. We haven't even played the music all the way yet. I'm just letting y'all know that we're 11 minutes in. It's been an hour and 28 minutes.
The freaking Taylor Swifts, all these motherfuckers, man, coming to, convince you to vote for this person. Why? Because we said so, and you like our music, right? If they give a shit about how you think, why are they doing that? But imagine if they knew, the people that we want to vote for us are not a bunch of idiots.
I'm connected with him. I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna drink some water. Get my puff with my weed pen at. I probably have to roll up another. Oh, I have no more weed. Not good.
But imagine if they knew, the people that we want to vote for us are not a bunch of idiots. They're very smart. They know what we're talking about. We can't trick them with our whatever. So we actually have to speak things that make sense to these people, right? But they don't do that. Most of the time, all this is propaganda, branding to get your vote. And they killed him for it. One of the Greek philosophers, I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it's Aristotle, Plato, one of them. He was killed because of it. Because of his ideas, his voice up against democracy, and they killed him for it. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I remember what I read. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing happened to Galileo, right? Not about democracy per se, but basically the world,
Galileo.
everybody for a long time thought that the world was flat, right? And everyone, religion came in and all that. It's flat, it's flat, it's flat. Just the earth and the sky. Galileo said, bruh, nah. Through my experiments and stuff I've learned, it's not like that. And they killed him. You see where this is going? They burn you at the stake when you're being too real.
And now let's bring it back. And it's the last thing I'm going to say because it's going on for your point. It's the last thing I'm going to say because it's going on for your point. Now let's go to Trump. Trump said that he's going to stop a lot of illegal immigration coming into this country. And what happened? If Trump would have been an inch to his right, we would not have Trump as president right now. He would have gotten the fuck out of here. Oh, well, there he goes. Which doesn't make any sense because at that point, they'll probably put J.D. Vance into office. And a lot of people like J.D. Vance. Or in the run, they'll probably replace, because Donald Trump will not be with us no more. They'll probably put J.D. Vance in place of Donald Trump. And the policies would have been the same. But J.D. Vance didn't have the people's hearts like Trump did. But I think he would have still won. I think he still would have won over Kamala, absolutely. I think he would have won, but I could be wrong.
This is going, they burn you at the stake when you're being too real. That's why I said protect REN. I'm being serious, man. It's not a joke. REN is like, bro, I know I make me. Have you know?
REN says a lot of shit that brother, I'm just like, you're right, bro. You got security? You sure? These niggas don't play, bro.
REN. I'm being serious, man. It's not a joke. REN is like, bro, I know I make me. Have you noticed that REN, every time he's making music, from what I've heard so far, yes, he has the cool stuff, the banger, but he's always saying something. Even in the whole love music stuff, within it, he was saying some stuff here and there. Right. He has his fun side, but REN, I think this is his real bag. His real truth is this thing. This kind of music is his real bag. That's what I'm feeling, bro. Because the passion is, you can hear it, bro. It's real. That's what's happening. My God, man. I rise against him, the illusion of voice of choice. He's like, I rise against him. Renegades, man, gotta protect our boy. Gotta protect REN, I'm telling you. I know this came out a while ago, 4 years ago. I hear you. But it's still in.
He said, I hear you. I understand exactly what you're saying.
It's hard, it's still relevant. Even the music I've been hearing from him, it's there. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, if there are enough renegades and you want to push this, man, I'm telling you, bro, there's going to be a revolution. It's not a joke. I think that's what REN wants to actually bring an actual revolution, a true one, through his music.
That's a fact.
Right now, you can say he's small, whatever, but he's growing. He's going to keep growing. He's going to keep pushing. As long as the renegades keep pushing, I'm telling you, this man is going to get there. And you'll be shocked one day. One day. It looks crazy right now as I'm speaking about it, but I'm telling you, you never know.
Dude,
let's go.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
How do you keep them sweet, honey shepherd?
Yeah, but nowadays it's tough to have freedom of speech. It's tough to say what you feel and how you say it because you don't. That's the whole thing. You don't know who's out there and who's crazy enough to like see you in real life and actually do something because they don't believe in what you believe in. That to me is nuts. That's like, bro, I don't give a fuck if you don't believe in what I believe. You shouldn't give a shit if I give a fuck. Like you need to relax. Take it easy. That's some scary shit. My wife thought when we got broken into this weekend that she thought that it was like because of this YouTube shit. I was like, babe, ain't nobody know where I live. And if they do, chitty chitty bang bang. Don't touch my doorknob because that doorknob is gonna be the Home Alone. That shit gonna be hot. That shotgun's gonna go right through that bitch. Go ahead.
And the sheep, dummy. You keep them sweet. Right. Because they're the shepherd and we're the sheep, dummy. We're dumb for allowing them to shepherd us, fam. Fuck.
They sold the concept of freedom to you. They sold the voice of Huxley, of Orwell, Kabbalah, Dalai Lama. Now they're all just a product to you. And now you care.
Bro. He was saying right there, I just caught it, where he was like, one day they're gonna sell his views. They're gonna sell his views one day. And how they're also selling people like Huxley. Huxley is an author, bro. He wrote Brave New World in the 30s, talking about what's gonna happen now. And it's happening now. It's in the book. Go read it. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna open your bloody eyes. He said they're selling his work. They're selling freaking Che Guevara, bro. He was a revolutionary, bro. If you know, you know.
You need to stop screaming.
And of course,
you need to stop screaming because the way you're looking at me right now, like the way you got the camera angled, just like you're looking up at me, and you making me feel mad uncomfortable, bro. Especially when you scream. You told me to stop being dumb 3 times. You stop being dumb. How about that? You liked it? How did that make you feel? I'm gonna pull your curtain down next time you do it. I'm gonna pull your curtain down next time you do it. That whole thing's coming down. The bar, everything, all that shit coming down. Fuck we talking about?
Che Guevara, bro. He was a revolutionary, bro. If you know, you know. And of course, the Dalai Lama. And they're selling it as products to us. It's no longer, don't take them seriously, it's a product. It's, oh yeah, he's a revolutionary. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's a nice book. So you don't take it seriously.
You know the crazy part is, that's the political blueprint across the board. In any country, in any place where there's a government, and that's obviously not every place, but a lot of places out there that just lay the REN like that it's just, it's bad. We could get deep into this, but I really don't want to. I don't have the energy to talk about this no more.
They're selling it as products to us. It's no longer, don't take them seriously, it's a product. It's, oh yeah, he's a revolutionary. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's a nice book. So you don't take it seriously and say, you know what, I'm going to use this and do something about it. No.
Right.
Because we're sheep.
Bad.
Oh my God, Ren.
Huxley, of Orwell, Kabbalah, Dalai Lama. Now they're all just a
Orwell. Of course, if you know, you know. George Orwell, come on, man. The man's a freaking legend.
They sold the voice of Huxley, of Orwell, Kabbalah, Dalai Lama. Now they're all just a product to you. And now you care more about your news, the loose screws and lies and politicians that abuse you, shape you, break you, consumerism breaks you.
All you think about now is politicians that abuse the truth. They abuse you with their truth and abuse the truth as well. All you're thinking about is your shoes.
And now you care more about your news, the loose screws and lies and politicians that abuse you, shape you, break you, consumerism breaks you until your thoughts are hang you.
Consumerism rapes you. It's all about just consumerism, bro. Yep. Greed and power.
That's what
we consume and give them more access to more power.
That's a fact. That's what controls it. Greed and all that. There was an hour 38 minutes. I still got like 6 videos to do. I ain't doing it today. I'll do them bitches tomorrow. I am going live. I don't know when you guys are gonna see this. You're probably gonna see this tomorrow. But if you guys see it today, I am going live tomorrow at 11. UK Indie Live.
God!
That abuse you, shape you, break you, consumerism breaks you until your thoughts are hang you. They make you wanna hate you, so you keep buying, corporation buying.
Make your thoughts not be you. You consume so much that your brain is not you no more. And they just want you to just be this thing that keeps buying and buying and buying and buying. And gimmicks to more powerful. They want you to just be that. If they had a choice, they'll take your brain out and just make you go, buying, thank you, buying. That's what they want. They hate the fact that we can think and talk. They hate it. They're trying to find ways to make us into bloody zombies here. Mate.
And breaks you until your thoughts are hang you. They make you wanna hate you, so you keep buying, corporation buying, the buying, fraudulent liars and burning empires, tapping to the telephone wires and history bias. It glorifies and justifies our evil. It justifies the wars of
history is biased. It makes you justify and glorify the evil. God damn, man, we have to protect REN. I'm telling you, he's talking real. History is biased, bro. It's made by the victors. The losers can't say a fucking thing because they're dead.
Telephone wires and history fires. They glorifies and justifies our evil.
I'm trying to wait for my wife to see if my debit card came into the mail. I'm trying to get the message. I'm trying to open my freaking messenger to see if it's there. It's giving me fucking itch because I'm inside of here. I need my debit. I gotta run that. No, his passion is amazing. I love everything about it, bro.
Telephone wires and history fires. They glorifies and justifies our evil. It justifies the wars that rain destruction upon people. Every single human born equal. They treat you like an asset, not a human, man. It's see-through. Slavery through debt. You think that mortgage is to help you? Bills stacking high, killing dreams. Money maims you. Lying tames you. The land of the free.
No. Stocks and bills. You think your mortgage is going to help you? Slavery through debt.
That's a fact.
You think you're free? We're not free, bro. They use debt to make us slaves.
Yep.
Stack your bills. That's all you think about, paying your bills.
Yep.
You don't live free, bro. We're surrounded by debt every fucking time.
Found it.
That's what they're making us. We're human beings. We're meant to be.
I'm like in, which is sad to say, but I'm like right now. I put myself in a hole. There was a lot of things that need to be done in the house, a lot of things that need to be done in the studio, and I couldn't. But I'm like at about a $5,000, about like $6,000 debt, which ain't bad. It ain't bad. That'll come down a little bit. I just gotta stop the spending. But not really spending. I got shit to do, but I gotta stop that. But that ain't shit. I'd rather be in that debt than in half the debt these motherfuckers are in right now. He showed me that. I was like, ah, damn, bro. Like, I'll help you out. We found him a consolidator and we fixed it for him. That was fine.
Be free, bro. We are. We're not meant to be this. I'm telling you, we're not. We're just in it because, bro, you know what I mean? But truthfully, we're not meant to be like this, fam. We're meant to be free out there. Freedom everywhere. Water is free. Food, go and get it. Like, it's supposed to be just, bro, the earth everything's free. I'm telling you. The earth keeps growing food, keeps growing trees, keeps giving us clean water. We just have to sit back and let the fucking thing happen. I'm telling you, bro, if we all left, if human beings all...
You're never going to stop progress, though. And that's the problem. Progress is always going to happen. There are some lands in Florida that I've learned that it's sacred that they can't touch, so they can't just buy it up and just start building buildings in that bitch. So there is land in Florida, a lot of it, more than I actually knew. I thought it was a very small part, but it's a lot of land in Florida that it's not. It's protected, and it's like, you guys can't come over here and build on this. It's gonna stay like this for the animals. We have to have it. So I'm happy for that, but it's just like there's still a lot of progress going on. There's a lot of land that is still being bought up. There's still a lot of construction happening. It's a lot, and you can't stop progress. And I see where he's going with it. Like, we could all just say, fuck it, we're not going to do nothing. But we all have to do it in unison. It's not going to work not even if 60% of us, it's not going to work. 100% volunteerness needs to happen. We all have to quit our jobs, stop paying bills. That's the only way that we can make a point. Well, I don't know. I'm talking about for the United States. I'm not. But and not even the United, in every government, for all the people, all we have to do is just stop. We're the workers. We're the ones producing we're the ones that producing. We just all stop at the same time and say, fuck yeah. Until shit changes here, we ain't doing nothing. What are they gonna do? There's too many of us. And when I'm talking about all of us, I'm talking about even the military. The military, half of those soldiers are just regular people, just like you and us. All of us. There'll be no army. There will be nothing. We're not buying your shit no more. We can stay without. Be good. All of us have to do that to make change. That will never happen. Because humans are greedy. By nature, that's what we are. We're greedy. Greedy people. When you find your faith in everything, you learn how not to be. You learn how to leave that. But if you leave a human in the wild with no morals, no nothing, It's fend for yourself. So they will do anything and everything to make sure they are on top. That's where we're living in right now. A lot of sharks out there, they will sell their own grandmother to make $1. They will not look at you twice and give a fuck about it. But then they'll stand right next to you and fight with you. That's the difference. We all got to be in the same page for that shit to happen. And we won't see it in our lifetime, but I'm hoping that eventually we do see it. And I'm hoping eventually in the future that we do find a way that we can all live in peace and unity without worrying about how we feel about how other people. And I know it's never going to be perfect, and it's always going to be, there's always going to be some type of something going on. But if the majority of us could just stop feeding into all the bullshit, both sides, not even one side, on both sides, and just think for ourselves, I think we will do the world justice. And I think the world, like he said, like what my man just said right now, I think we should just sit back and just let it all happen. We'll just fucking say, stop, we're not doing shit. Everything stop. Construction workers, they can't build something if they ain't got the people to do it. So if we could just stay back and say, you know what? Look, it'll change. But that'll be the only way.
I'm telling you, bro, if we all left, if human beings all took a fucking dirt nap, the planet would just be like, yeah. It will overgrow trees, overgrow whatever. And the earth finds a way to limit itself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's too many animals here. Okay, you are the predator. Go catch them so that their numbers go down. Oh, there's too much maybe some plant that's causing some issue here. Okay, once in a while, naturally, some sort of weird fire happens, and then the rain goes on it, and
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because in Florida, it happens down like about 3 or 4 miles away from where I'm at right now. There's a big ass forest, like it's just nothing but just like protected land for the animals, because there's like bears and bobcats and all types of stuff inside of there. And me and my wife was driving in there one day because we like to drive in there in the daytime and just look at the view and the flowers and the sunset. It's gorgeous. Animals don't rarely bother us when we do it, but it does catch on fire by itself, and it just burns, and then it regrows beautiful. Does it? It happens. The world, the earth, absolutely. If, like he said, absolute. If we all say fucking, we're all done, and there's not a human in sight, it's gonna overgrow the buildings. The buildings are gonna just be overgrown with just trees, because the planet's gonna try to refix itself. We're gonna be just a shell of a lost world that existed at one point in life. The world is never gonna stop growing. We stop it from growing. We stop the production. We stop the fixing of the earth that does it itself. And he's right. He's right. This earth does not need us. We need it. So we should respect it a little bit more.
You know what I mean? The earth does its own thing. It doesn't need us, bro. We're the fucking problem. There was a time where fresh water everywhere, bro. Clean water everywhere, bro. You didn't have to worry about water not being clean. It was just clean. It was just clean. Apart from maybe salt water and stuff, but most water, lakes, you can drink.
Salt water is good if you get cuts and shit like that. Salt water is absolutely good though. So if you are next to salt water and you got like a cut or something, you go jump into the ocean. The Atlantic is the best place to go. The Atlantic? No, there's sharks in there. There's a lot of sharks. I saw a fin and I got scared. I told the boat, you need to go back, brother. I saw a shark. He's like, that's a dolphin. I was like, fuck a dolphin. They have a mouth. They fuck up sharks. Do you know that? Do you know that dolphins fuck sharks up? So what you think? You think you're telling me because don't know it's not a shark, it's a dolphin, that it's gonna make me feel better? No. Because if they could fuck up a shark, what makes you think that I'm gonna survive that? You seen Jaws? I didn't know Flipper could fuck up Jaws. I've never in my life could put those two together. I thought in a fight, Jaws will fuck up Flipper. It's a lie. I heard dolphins put hands on shit.
Now it's fucking polluting bullshit, bro.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Because other things happen here.
I told my wife's like, yeah, babe, but I get what you're saying, because I'm the same way. I love nature. If it was up to me, take all the buildings out. I don't need them. If it's up to me, I'd rather have my vibe gang living in little cabins around a beautiful meadow of just land with cows and shit, and just have a community of vibe gang. I would like to have that with no internet. We want to hang out. Yo, let's meet up in the center square where we go do fire pits and have parties and music and drinks, and everybody's invited, and bring your own beer and bring your own meats, and let's cook and let's do. I'd rather do that than have anything technology. And when I say play music, the two acoustic, maybe a flute, harmonicas, some drums. Telling me out of 154,000 people, we ain't gonna have somebody who knows how to play the drums? We absolutely gonna have somebody who knows how to play the drums. I would rather that than any of this. Any computer, any of this. I would rather that. You know how many times me and my wife I've looked into living in Amish town. Dead ass. I believe that there's a better way to live than just a good reset for yourself and for your life. And not even live by their culture, just live in their area. Where I ain't gonna use car because I can go to them. But like, yo, how do you guys make a Porsche and buggy? Where do I get those? Oh, I got those. Got change for 20. Woo! And if I want to listen to music, I go to the library. That's all. Yeah, I don't know about that. I gotta listen. I gotta listen to, like, I got so much on my playlist. Okay, we're gonna bring our phones, but the only thing that works is our music app. The only thing that works is our music app. That's it. We can't do nothing else but the music app. We try to go TikTok, unavailable. God damn. And then we have one outlet for the whole community, and then we just keep on plugging outlets on that shit. So everybody can charge their phone. We're gonna have 154,000 plugs, bro. Everybody gotta have an opportunity to go to the Times Square, and we're gonna go and plug all our phones in and charge and just talk while our phone charges, so we can play music. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be dope. Whatever you grow, you eat. If you want some meat, then you have to get a farm. You gotta start. Go back to the roots. Go back to the settlers. 90% of the motherfuckers that were settlers, they were all fucking farmers. All of them. That used to be the trade for men. Farmers, ditch diggers, all that. Go back to the basics a little bit. Maybe should get a little bit better. I'm just saying. Before electricity, before the technology, before that, I would love to. I would love to move to Amish town, but it's hard. Oh, I want to churn my own butter. You think that we didn't churn? My wife and my daughter churn their own butter. They know how to make butter. We actually used it a couple of times on toast. It was actually delicious. Because my wife said we had to learn these things, because if shit hits the fan and we need to survive out of here, we know how to make our own butter. We know how to hunt. We know how to skin. We know how to do all that. We have to learn how to do it, because if shit hits the fan, we got to survive one way or another. I have to get over me not liking fish. I have to start eating fish, because fishing is going to be very easy to get. Are you guys ready? Get your knapsacks. We're going camping, all of us. 154,000 people. I'm going to buy an island. It's going to be called Vibe Island, and we're going to live there, all of us.
Polluting bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? Because of other things happening here, maybe some factory is here and it's pumping out some shit and it causes something here, some wasteful. Bro, you know what I mean? We're meant to be living free amongst the whole thing, bro, but we're confined ourselves into pods.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Damn,
that kind of pod life.
Right. Yep.
Slavery through debt, mortgage, bills, going to work, 9 to 5, clock in, clock out, clock in, clock out. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Me and him are talking the same thing. At one point, it was so it was easier in a sense. It was easier, but with progress, started getting into power. Started getting, like, financially, people started getting into power. And like I said, when you look at older movies and how things was when settling was going on, you can see that the government really had minimum to do with what was really going on in these cities that were being built, in these states that were being built. You could see the government really had very little to do with it, and it was more man's greed. People that were in unions, people that were in power of running literally towns and cities, building Missouri and building Detroit and building New York and just being built. It was people that had the most money. It wasn't government that was running the shit. There were people that were business owners, tycoons, that came into states and said what needed to be done in this state. Forget about the mayor and the governor, whoever the fuck was it. That didn't mean anything. Whoever had the biggest pockets is who ran the shit. So there is a elite group of people that are in part of that through time were put into position or given the spot as time went down, or passed down as people were dying from back all the way to those days. I believe power transfers I would say about every 10 years. Every 10 years, the world does a shift in mentality. Not a major shift, but it does shift. And I think that shift that we feel is a change in power. I truly believe that. But I could
fucking drones.
I could see when somebody is really trying to fight against that, and that's why I support Donald Trump, because I see that he's fighting against that type of shit. Even though he has a lot of money, he just, the way he's just trying to just openly be with all of us, being able, like literally having press conferences almost every day. Like Biden never did. How many press conferences Biden did when he was in office? He's doing one every day. So taking any questions from anybody, and it's just different. It's just a different type of feel. But he's not going to win this battle. Unfortunately, he's not going to win this battle. It's going to be overtaken eventually, but he's doing a great job fighting. And I hope that it does change. And I hope that something does happen, that it switches, and we can all just forget about all this hate and just be together, be happy. But unfortunately, that's just a wish that we're going to keep on fighting to the day we die. And hopefully, the only thing that we could pray for is that people, when we're gone, keep on fighting that same fight. And hopefully one day something will change. Whether left, right, it doesn't fucking matter. Hopefully just something will change for all of us. But unfortunately, in our lifetime, I don't see that happening.
Here, man. That's what they want. To feed their fucking power. Ren is talking, bro. Jesus.
Irony, a hierarchy, false education kills the fire in me. Be through that, you think that mortgage is to help you? Bill stacking high, killing dreams, money maims you, lion tames you. The land of the free. Irony, a hierarchy, false education kills the fire in me. Still I stand strong like two towers that were knocked down by greedy men's thirst for power and now greed plants a seed up.
Oh no, my God, bro. I stand strong like the two towers that was knocked down by greedy men's thirst for power.
Fire.
We have to protect Ren. Because what he said right there, I could be reaching. But bro, we all know when the two towers came down, Osama bin and his crew of Al-Qaeda's, right? Yeah, right? But then there was another theory floating about certain things, certain connections, certain whatevers, that said they happened in another way. It could have been another way. That's also out there. There was a whole thing about it. It didn't sound too crazy either. The connections were real.
Yeah, what I heard about it, and I was there when the towers fell, but I wasn't there to see. I was nowhere near the bottom part of it. I saw it from far, that it was there at one point, and then I just started going, seeing that, and then dust, and then I went this way. But I was hearing a lot of people say that it started going down. It started imploding from the bottom. So there was an explosion in the bottom, and then everything came down. So a lot of people saying that the plane went through, it heated up the metal so much with the jet fuel and everything. It heated up the metal so much that it weakened it, and then it tumbled. But then people are like, okay, so then when the planes hit from the top, how did the bottom get heated up that fast to crumble when it literally was the top of the towers that got hit? That doesn't make any sense. That to me didn't make any sense. Like, how are you saying that? How are you putting your fight is that it weakened the whole entire structure from getting hit that high in the sky? You know how tall the Twin Towers is? In order for that heat to travel all the way down to the bottom of that, for it to implode from the bottom to just weaken up in the bottom and just come down, that has to be burning to a lot of degrees all the way down. It happened in September. September, New York is not hot. So that means that building was probably cold. So it was not going to be heating up that much for it to come down from the bottom. If the planes hit from the top, nothing hit the bottom, of course. Nothing. There was nothing that went through the bottom. There was nothing. But people were saying they heard an implosion happen, which all I heard was it go, and it just came down. So I just thought it just came down. I couldn't put the sound together with the building coming down, and I was running, so I didn't really. So it was just crazy. It's just crazy to even hear some of these theories of what happened. Maybe I'm foggy minded or something because it happened so long ago, but like I said, I wasn't really that close to it for me to see everything. All I saw was the tippy top was there at one point, then the tippy top wasn't there at all, and it was a rough time in the city. It was a rough time in the state, in the country. Really, everybody was just like shooken the fuck up. There was people that were really not coming out no more. There was people that were just like staying to themselves, and like we went through a quiet time. Even though people in the news were saying that everybody was having a grand old time, that we were more united than before, and I didn't see that in the city. Sorry, I lived in Brooklyn, and I didn't see no love. I saw hate. I saw a lot of these stores owned by people from Pakistan and all in the East, all these people that own these stores and stuff like that, getting their stores broken into and burnt, and garbage cans going through doors and lit on fire and all types of shit. Not them, but the store, because they are from the nationality of the people that did that. I didn't see the positivity that the news was putting out there. I didn't see that. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? The worst time in my experience that I see. I saw a lot more hate in this city than ever before. But I'm gonna listen to the artist, I'm gonna listen to everybody else telling us everything is okay. Was it? It really wasn't.
Not too crazy either. The connections were real. Protect REN. If I'm reaching, okay, but I don't think I am. It can be both ways right now.
That's a fact.
Thirst for power and now greed. Greed plants a seed that will destroy us all if we succumb to greed. Fuck greed, silent I breathe. Burn money. Greed makes us bleed, makes us bleed, makes us bleed. Our political system is a farce. Democracy will not exist till actions be louder than money. Wealth is a poison, honey.
Bro, our democracy will not be real until actions speak louder than money. Right now, democracy is not real. Our system is a farce. It's not real. Not really. Look at it. Really look at it. Look at the policies. Look at how politicians around the world, how they interact, what they say. Really look at it. And ask yourself, bruh, is this how it's supposed to be? You know what I mean? And then whenever maybe someone's trying to be spearheaded the right way, they get killed. If you know, you know.
Makes us bleed, makes us bleed. Our political system is a farce. Democracy will not exist till actions be louder than money. Wealth is a poison, honey. Another money making holiday for the Easter bunny. I will suck out your soul.
Wealth is poison, honey. Another word for the fucking Easter bunny. Consumerism, branding, buying.
For the Easter bunny, I will suck out your soul. I drink Coca-Cola, lining up the pockets at the fire controller. Sell
Adverts suck out your soul. It's ads that are making money, man. Ads, propaganda, ads. But unfortunately, that's how we're making money.
That's a fact.
How do you make money online? It's through ads. Unfortunately, that's the truth. That's the irony. You know what I mean? Ren understands it. That's why he's like, yeah, it sucks out the soul, bro. Like freaking Coca-Cola, all of it. Money for the fat controller. But unfortunately, that's how we're making our money, especially online. It's ads. These companies make money through ads, and then they use it to pay their content creators.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Do they pay as a proper percentage? They don't pay as a proper percentage at all. So let's say, for example, my videos have about, I don't know how much ads my videos got, but I think there's at least have to be at least 3. One in the beginning, one in the middle, and one in the end. That's how it should be, at least. But let's say a video, I get full monetization on the video, for argument's sake. And let's say I make 15. It shows there you made $15 off of this video. I could almost guarantee that $15 that I made off of that one video, that was 15 out of probably $100 of what that video generated. So YouTube gets their cut. A bunch of other people gets their cut. We get a percentage. And then from our percentage, so from the percentage that I get to take 40% of that to pay back at the end of the year. So I have to cut 40% out of the 50%, out of $15 that I'm getting. And that's when I'm privileged enough to get paid off of my reaction. And the donations as well. When I get donations over Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. If you send me $20, Cash App is now taking $2.98 out of that $20. And then out of that $19 that I have back left, no, they take $2 out, so I get about, no, they get $1 something out. So if I get 20, I'll get 19, I think it's like $19 even, or some shit like that. And then out of the 19, I still got to take 40% of that and put it in taxes. Because if it was sent as a gift, it'd be one thing. But it's not sent as a gift. It's sent as a part of my job. Hey, can you react to this? Hey, this is the reaction that I want. So I can't count that as just a gift. So I have to claim that. So 40% of that I have to take out, and I have to go and put it away, because I have to pay. Like this tax this year, I have to pay $5,000 on top of the other $5,000. So I'm actually in $10,000 debt. So, yeah.
And then they use it to pay their content creators. Your views give you ads, give you revenue. That's it. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth, man. And Ren recognize. Like I said, it sucks out your soul.
So yeah, that math makes up, because I made 20. If I make 25 in 1 year on YouTube, I pay back 5,000 of that 25, because that's how much it came out to be. So yeah, I have to pay that 5. But you don't. That's the thing with the money that you make from YouTube. You don't have. You could take the 40%, but there's going to be a month that you're not going to be able, because you don't get paid the same every month. You get paid a lot more one month, and then the next month you're paying shitty, and then it just fluctuates up and down. So whatever you get out of that, sometimes you have to skip a bill. Sometimes you have to push a bill. Sometimes you have to do stuff like that and just organize yourself concordantly, but put as much money away as possible for the end of the year. You have to pay those taxes, because if not, they can take your home, they can take your car, they can take everything. So if I don't pay the money that I worked for, If I don't pay that money back to you, then that means that you can take my home, you can take my car, my livelihood to get your money back. And as long as you got your money back, so out of a debt of $10,000, it could get up to a point where you could take away my $220,000 home for a debt of $10,000. Just because you don't pay taxes. If you didn't pay your taxes. So that's why you have to roll with the punches and just survive. Is the only way you know how to. And it sucks. It really does suck, the system that they have for that. But I mean, we could bitch, we could complain, we could do all this, but at the end of the day, they're like right now, I just explained to you everything. At the end of the day, I still have to pay that money. Whether I want to or not, whether I believe I should or not, whether I believe it's fair or not, no matter. I still have to pay that money back. No matter what. But the thing is, there's no tips on tips, there's no tips on overtime, and there's no tip on Social Security. There's no taxes on tips, there's no taxes on Social Security, and there's no taxes on overtime. So the people that are getting their overtime, get that money. Because you're going to be getting every bit of that overtime that you had to work. People that work, that live off of tips, get as much tips as you can every single day. That's extra money being given. Take it. Enjoy it. Because it's hard in these streets for real, son. It is cheap, but at the end of the day, how much is the going rate right now to rent an apartment? Realistically, in any state, what's the going rate? I know New York, we looked at my old apartment in New York. My old apartment in New York, my parents were paying $2,100 back in 2000. They were paying $2,100 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment with a balcony. We looked it up not too long ago, and it was already at like $3,900 a month. They were renting that out. Same space. Didn't change the room. They didn't add an extra bedroom. They didn't add nothing. They just made it look a little bit prettier. They cleaned it up a little bit, and then they said, all right, now it's $3,900. I have a house that is 2,900 square feet on half an acre of land. I'm paying $1,400 a month. No water. I'm on a well. I'm not in no city water. I'm on a well. I haven't had a problem with my well. Brand new, actually. And we're about to go get it maintenance, not in about a month. So, good to go. Working very well. Electric, not that bad. $190 a month. In Florida is not bad at all. So, I mean, are we saving money? Absolutely. If I was living in an apartment, I would have not been able to do YouTube full time. Period. If I was renting anything, even renting a home, I would have not been able to do YouTube. Paying that much in rent, I needed to have a 9-to-5. That's why I'm telling people, like, it's out there. All you gotta do is work on your credit and make sure you have good standings with your shit, and you'll get approved. You're just gonna have to show that, hey, I can pay this. I'm good. It's not hard for me to get a house. A lot of people who give me a lot of, it's horrible getting a home. The only thing horrible about it was the paperwork. That was it. Other than that, it was pretty easy. It was very it was upfront of what they needed. Oh, I need this, I need this, and I need this. I did everything through my phone. What would you need? Oh, my receipts for my Chase account? Oh, okay. And I just send it. Yeah. You got it. Done. It literally took 5 minutes. I didn't have to go nowhere to do it. So it's perspective. Yes, you have to work on it. You have to hold back on spending. Yes, you have to go and put the money towards your debt. It's hard. You want to spend the money that you work for. But in order for you to be able to really enjoy it, you have to suffer a little bit. What Trump is doing, he's saying we have to suffer a little bit in order for it to be better in the long run. That's the whole point of it. We have to break it and fix it. So that's what he's doing to terrorists, and he's doing a lot of indulgence doing their thing because he's trying to fix it. But we have to break a little bit, just like to fix your own circumstances. Why should it matter? You know that I got my house and I got everything. I got all of that from Trump's presidency. When Trump was president, I got my house. Or when he was leaving presidency, I got my house. Like right when he was leaving. Got it. I would not have been able to do it as soon as Biden would have taken over. Because the criteria, I was not making no money. That whole 4 year, I wasn't making no money when he was president. My bonuses was getting fucking jacked up. I was getting taxed on my bonus like crazy. Out of like a 1,900, probably 2,000, 2,500 bonus, I was getting on about like $1,980 because everything else was getting taxed on my bonuses. So I was just like, what the fuck is this? How can you even tax me that much? My wife's tax bonus. Oh my God. They were taking so much. But we weren't getting back exactly what they were taking. Wow. It's the same thing. It goes with your own personal stuff. You have to sacrifice a lot in order for you to fix it. Yeah, I had to sacrifice my spending. I had to sacrifice. My wife had to sacrifice trips because she loves trips. She loves going out, doing Disney and everything. We had to sacrifice all that in order for us to put that extra money towards credit, our credit cards, our debt, getting out of debt, closing out accounts because we paid it off, doing that. And once we saw that, our credit started doing this. Holy fuck. Went for a USDA loan, and that's all she wrote. It works, but it's hard. It sucks. No more going out to eat. No more fast food. It was just straight chicken and rice, bro. Chicken and rice. And we forced ourselves to live that way because we needed to. We needed to break it to fix it. So there was no, we just going to the mall and just spending. There was none of that. We stopped all that. But when we got our house and we got everything, we saw how much money we were saving living in our home, Like, oh my God, we're so dumb. We should have done this shit years ago. But we weren't smart. We didn't have the information years ago. It was a dream, bro. And I'm still living the dream. I mean, we're not the richest people in the world. Don't get me wrong. We're not rich by no means at all. But we live in comfortable, and we're not in need of anything. We're living very basic and very, very low key, and not trying to overdo it right now because I'm finding myself in a debt because of the taxes and everything. So it's time to just focus on just getting all that shit done. That's the mentality. Once you see, okay, we got a little bit too happy, let's bring that shit down because now we need to pay that shit that made us all happy. And we got to pay all that shit off, son. And it sucks, but it's life. And you got to love it. You got to love what you do in order for this shit to work. I would not be this happy with the situation financially. Then I personally, not my wife is good, but me, my own name, my own social security number. If they don't give a fuck if I'm married, they worry about my debt. They're not gonna call my wife about my debt. They're gonna call me. But it's getting big. It's getting done. It's just that's just life. That's just what life is. But damn, the way they tax you, ha! Slap the shit out.
Fortunate. But it's the truth, man. And recognize. Like I said, it sucks out your soul.
Money, wealth is a poison honey. Another money making holiday for the Easter bunny. I go suck out your soul. I drink Coca-Cola, lining up the pockets of the fat controller, selling fear to the people. Let it spread like a bowl of propaganda machine. Remember the dream, it's hopeless. Nikola Tesla, 1883. The DC current system fought against the AC, but not because the AC system wasn't any better. Because people don't like change when money's at the center. Move, let me enter from the epicenter. Rise and Molly Hunter, who's the main contender? Oh, it's you, Mr. President. The counterintelligence is a hell of a prevalent.
Oh my God, man. People hate change when money's at the center. Nah, bro, REN. We gotta protect. I don't know how, bro. Hashtag protect REN. I know this came out years ago, but hashtag protect REN. Fucking hell, man. That right there is the truth of humanity. This song is the truth of humanity. This is it. This is the truth of humanity, man. This is where we're at right now. This is the truth. This is the truth. You know what? I'm going to reach again, right? This video, as I'm watching this, has 631,662 views,
When
right?
did you
So it has
record?
over 600,000 views from what I can see.
That was 12 days ago.
You know what I'm saying? It has over 600,000 views. Came out 4 years ago. It hasn't reached 1 million.
I would like to talk to him about
And this is Ren we're talking about. I know Ren is an independent artist, but bro, you're trying to tell me that this song only has 600,000 views, and from what I've seen, his view count is pretty high, million at least. You know what I'm saying? And that's from because things that I've been reacting to came out years ago, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? And it million, right? This has 600,000 views, over 600,000 views. It's not even reached 700,000 in 4 years. Why? Meanwhile, when I've seen it in the comment section and you guys requested this highly, that means Renegades love this music. So why isn't the count higher? And just putting on my conspiracy hat. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Maybe I'm reaching.
Well, I mean that could be, you know, covering up the song just so it won't get the views, or it could be that there's a lot of people in Ren's fan base that just don't want to hear nothing political. They don't care. They don't want to hear it. They don't care about any of it. They just want to live their life and listen to the music, and that's it. I think that's truly what it is. That they just don't want to hear the politics. They don't want to hear what's really going on. They don't want to hear when Ren gets into a political bag. I think they just choose not to listen to it. I don't think it's a cover up. I just think that the people generally just don't want to hear it in their. If they want to talk about it and everything, they'll go to like a debate channel. They'll go to a comment section in a debate thing and have the debate with people that want to have the debate. But if they're trying to listen to just Ren's music and they hear that he's going on a political bag, then they're like, nah, I'm good on it. I won't listen to it, and have a nice day. But yeah, if Ren would probably change the title and named it something else, it probably would have gotten more views. But off the title alone, if I'm an anti-political person and I see "Crucify Your Culture," I'm not watching it. I'm not even going to be. It's not going to even come to my radar to watch it because I'm not going to listen to anything political. If I had that mentality, but I think it's more of. I think the majority of that is just people just don't naturally when they listen to music they don't want to hear nothing political. That's not what they're there for. Music is supposed to be an escape from that. But yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Maybe I'm reaching. This should be higher, right? But I think because of the subject matter, maybe it's not higher. Think about it.
Did it? That's no.
I know. Look, I'm not naive. I'm on YouTube, right? Google owns YouTube. Who owns Google? You know what I'm saying? Who are they affiliated with? Politically and otherwise. What investments do they have?
Let's not even talk about political. It's not. I don't think anything politically owns these companies. These companies are their own entity. They don't abide a lot by what the government wants. They do what they want and how they want because they got the power and the money to do it. I don't think it's entities, it's elites that run some of these companies or have stock in some of these companies or money in some of these companies. Like if you look at all these companies, look at the stockholders and go read all the people that own their own stock in all these companies. Chances are those are the elites that I'm talking about. But they're the ones putting the money in for these companies to grow and grab more people. So if you start looking at all the stockholders, smash them all up. Chances are, if you see their name more than once, you want to sit down to that guy and have a conversation with him or girl, and have a conversation with him and just see. I think that's the easiest way. Who has the most to lose, and who has the most put into all these companies? Who owns the most stocks in most of these companies? You see most of these people, they're billionaires. Billionaires, we're not talking about billionaires. Billionaires to the people that I'm talking about ain't nothing. Billionaires to the people that I'm talking about The reason why they're billionaires because they have so much money that fuck $1 billion here. That ain't shit. Those are the people that I'm talking about. And those are not politics. Those are not politicians. Those aren't presidents. Those aren't any of that. Sometimes people's brains are very limited. That $1 billion shit ain't nothing. Billionaires ain't nothing anymore. Everybody's a billionaire now. For God's sake, Jay-Z's a billionaire. Don't tell me nothing, bro. Billionaires aren't shit anymore. It's about who has the most invested. It's who controls the board. Point blank. If I have let's put it like this. If I have investments in Microsoft, Google, Apple, Uber, McDonald's, Starbucks, if I have stock in all these companies, don't you think that my say-so goes a far more way than anybody else? If I control majority of all these companies, even the people that created the companies don't even own full percentage of their shit. No matter what the fuck they tell you. These are the elites. They'll get these faces to play the part because they don't want to be seen. But you're the ones that are going to be pushing this agenda. I believe, take politics out of it, I believe Trump is trying to put a wrench in their plan. In their plan that has been working for years. I think that's what Trump is trying to do. But it could be the other way around. I'm not saying that it's right what I'm thinking. I'm just saying that's what I think it is. It could be that they're all just puppets. All of them are just puppets. The reason why Trump won is because Trump was voted in by the people. There was too much people voting for Trump this election for it to be a cover-up. They couldn't cover that up. They couldn't cover that number up. It was ridiculous, the amount of he won. So he literally bullied himself into the presidency this time. He had to. He was through bullets and everything. He fought right through it and bullied his way in. And they're still trying to get him the fuck out of here. So why are they trying to, out of all the presidents, why did they try to get him the fuck out of here the most in the past 10 years? Out of the past 20 years, out of all the presidents, why have they been trying to get him out of here the most? Because he's trying to put a wrench into a system that is broken. That only a few people are benefiting from, and the masses are fucking just going through it and fighting each other. It's more simplistic than what people put it out. There's a couple of elite people that own majority stock of these fucking places. They have control, and maybe it's not one person. Maybe it's 5 people that between the 5 of them own majority control of these businesses. Because if I buy 20% and you buy 20% and you buy 20%, that's a majority of it. And if you think alike and it's about me and benefiting and greed, y'all gonna agree on the same shit because all of you gonna be winning. Everyone else is losing, but we're winning. So why do I give a fuck? That's what I believe is going on. So it's not politics. It's money. Money runs the country. Point blank. Not heart, not common sense, not facts, I've seen people take fact and act like it didn't exist just because they felt a way. So facts obviously doesn't matter anymore. These people have been doing it too long to fail at it. The only wrench that is possible is if that 70-something% of the people that voted for Trump, or 80% of the people that voted for Trump in this country, if we try to get everybody to say the same thing and say, fuck it. It's the only way you're going to break the system. When money is not an option, it is not even a bother anymore. If you have it or don't have it, it don't matter. Like I said, it'll never happen. Because we're never going to be able to all agree on it. And that's why. I don't want to think negative. I will wish one day. I pray that one day it does happen. Too much money, too much greed out there, man. It's too much money, too much greed. That controls everything. The money games. We're going
Politically
3 hours,
and
man.
otherwise.
We should have just done this
What
live.
investments do they have around
I'm
the
being
world?
dead ass. I should have just done this shit live. No, but we can't. We can't do that live shit because then people get in there acting crazy. And then I get it, my blood pressure gets up, and then I'm gonna have to slap somebody. I ain't trying to do that.
You think Google just does internet online? That's it. You think Amazon does streaming service? That's it. You think Netflix?
Who do you guys think pay us as reactors? Who do you think pays us? It ain't YouTube. YouTube. I don't get a check from YouTube. I got a partnership with YouTube. I don't have. They don't pay me. The ad company pays me. And you know who the ad company is? Google. Google AdSense. That's what pays me. So
Netflix is just streaming. You think Netflix doesn't have investments in bigger things behind the scenes? You think what do you think they use their money for? Like Ren said, it's greed. They use their money to gain more power.
facts.
All of them.
Facts.
Freaking Disney and the freaking shops, right,
Not
in
even talking
China
about
or
Disney.
wherever, right?
But I
Yeah?
love Disney so much.
I don't know if you heard about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just anyway, I'm putting my thing out. I could be reaching. But this should have more.
That's why when I go to Disney, I don't buy nothing in there. Unless it says made in the US motherfucking A. And half of that shit. You know what else? What is not made in China in Disney? A lot of it is the toys. I bought I forgot what it was. It was like I think it was Woody or Buzz, but it was like a doll, an actual action figure that moves and does lights and all that other stuff. And the box actually said was made in, I forgot what state it was, but it was a state. And I was like, oh shit! And I showed it to my wife. And I look, and she was like, that's weird. And I guess they had a contract with that specific company or some shit like that. But I thought that was fucking cool. But yeah, half the time we don't even eat inside Disney. We don't eat, we don't shop, we don't do anything inside Disney. We want to get something, we go to the gift shops sometimes. Sometimes we don't even do that. Sometimes we just try to find one of these spots that have like these health. Like this guy in Orlando, he does this beautiful like African mask. Like himself, he carves it, paints it. He calls it lamination, but it's like a resin that he puts over to give it that glass look, and it's just so beautiful. Those are the type of things that we go look for when we go to Orlando after Disney. We go on the rides and stuff like that, watch the shows, but when we eat, we got a knapsack and we got our sandwiches in there. We got chips, we got canned sodas, pop, juicy juice boxes. We need that food in there. Paid $13 for a chicken leg. Fuck you. That $13 could have got me 12 piece legs with some fries at Applebee's. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anyway, I'm putting my thing out. I could be reaching. But this should have more views than this. With this kind of music, this kind of subject matter. But it doesn't. I think because of what Ren is saying. Because what Ren said here is absolute truth.
It is.
And he has a big following.
A lot of things he said is true.
This guy has over 2 million subscribers. Ren is not a joke.
You
know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
And that voice has power. Renegades have power. And they probably not. You think they're not watching this? You assume that we're just here. I know I'm
yeah, but obviously they're not, because like you said, he has 2 million subscribers, and majority of his music gets about 1 to 1.5 million views. So I would say that'll be about good, like 80% of his fan base is watching him when he's putting music for mental health or anything like that. But when it comes to political, when he getting 600,000 views, there's a small fraction of 2 million people that should be watching. That should be right along with everything else at 2 million, but it's not. And that right there tells you that it's because they just don't want to listen to music that has political stuff in it. They don't care about it. They don't want to know about it. And it's not that they don't care. It's just that in their mind, this is not the space for it. In their mind, they want to hear their artists play the music and talk about things that they could be helped with. They can't help the political shit. They can't help who they wrote for. They can't help who policies they believe in. They can't help. That's how they feel. So when somebody's coming at them in an opposite way, they don't want to hear that shit. No. And that's where you get fighting. That's where you get people that unsubscribe because they're emotionally like just distraught of everything that I said. For some reason, I don't know why, but they would be and they will be. And it's fine. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to disagree. I love people to disagree with me because that disagreement opens conversation and we can have a great one. But holy willikers, that's an impossibility. It'll never happen. Debates always get emotional, and then that's when everything goes out the window. And it's just not worth it. We're going on 3 hours now.
I'm having fun on YouTube and all that, right? And I'm a small channel. You know what I'm saying? But you think they don't watch what we're doing? Of course they are. They know that people that have, you know what I mean? This guy's an independent artist. He speaks about this and all that. They know. But Ren is like, I don't care. I'm going to speak.
For example, and I'm glad that he brought that up, and this is going to also shake up controversy in the reaction community. The reactors that get the views and are popular. Why don't people stop and go watch what they're reacting to? I'll wait. What is the majority of what they react to? I should say. Go look at what the majority of what they react to. They're reacting to pretty much a lot of what the left believes in, what media says, and what a lot of the reactors that are getting play, that are getting views, that are getting the check, that are getting the new cars and the new homes. And I'm not hating on that. Make your money how you make your money. I sold coke. No, I'm not judging. You make your money how you make your money, but it's something that I can't say that I can't see. I see exactly what it is. Look at them. Go look at, just for reference point, now go look at my page, 154,000 subscribers. Not a big channel. Big to me, beautiful. I love my people. Big to me, amazing. I never thought I would get 1 subscriber. But for the masses, 154,000, that ain't shit. You're barely known. Barely. Go look at my views. You guys, to me, I get a lot of views, but when I put it against the people that are not reacting to what I'm reacting to and are reacting to what pretty much the media propaganda usually goes towards, go see the change in that. Go see the change in views. Because they follow a certain culture mindset. They follow a certain way. Fuck the white man. Racism still exists. White man holding me down. Yada, 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 yada. They follow propaganda. They get the views. They get the money. They get the sponsorships. They get everything. Well, over here in channels like ours, when we start speaking what we really feel and what the facts are, we're the ones that only get 2,000 views. We're the ones that only speak to a fraction of the community that is out there. Because who owns us? Who is looking at our videos and saying this is deemed to be in the algorithm or not? This is deemed for people to see or not? Who controls that? Google. And the employees of Google. And I'm not blaming the employees, but the employees have to follow a certain rule, right? So if you work for a company, companies have certain SOPs, standard operating procedures of what they have to follow once they sign the application and once they accept them working for that company. So when the people that take care of the monetizations and everything and people getting paid, when they say, oh, well, yeah, Vibe Reactions is not following the guidelines, so I guess we have to do it, right? We have to go in and say he's not getting paid for this? Okay, then we're going to go ahead and put it demonetized. You're not getting paid for this because you didn't follow the guidelines. But then if you go and see other reaction channels, and I'm not going to say their names because, I mean, you'll be able to tell which ones is which. If you see other reaction channels, they bleep out their cursing. They stop using the word nigga like they used to when they first started their channels, when they were at 154, 120,000, 30,000, 10,000, 5,000. They were just normal. fuck this and fuck that and just that and bird bitch, shit, bit, motherfucker. They were saying everything and anything. And then they hit a certain plateau. And when that plateau hit, they had to make a decision. And what was that decision? Either you're going to follow along with the fucking, what we want you to do, or you're going to do what the fuck you want to do and prepare to never grow in this fucking platform. And they decided they wanted to check. So they started editing their videos where there's no cursing. They started editing their videos with monetization and chop up the reaction so much that you could barely hear the fucking song. They don't even finish the song half the fucking time. They talk about it and they push agendas and they follow what the rappers are telling them, or they follow what everyone else is telling them, pushing them agenda, that there's still racism, that there's still the black man is being held down by the white man, and all this other stuff, and they follow that criteria. And they're the ones that are getting all the views. All their shit's all green. I can almost guarantee it. The people that are speaking the truth, the people that are trying to not say, let's not fight, let's sit together and please just listen to the facts that I'm telling you. Please, they're not telling you the right thing. They're wrong. We're the ones that are telling that. We're not getting nothing. We have to fight for everything that we get, for every view we get. We have to go and put our financial situation and put our family's financial situation at risk because we want to be honest and we want to be truthful and we believe in what we believe in. We believe in so hard that we're willing to tell you guys this on camera. But we get crucified, we get unsubscribed, we get laughed at, we get fucking mocked on, we get called Uncle Toms, we get abused 24/7. But we still come here every single day with a smile on our faces and show you guys that life is gonna be okay. That none of the other shit fucking matters. But we're the ones that get penalized for it. Is that fair? Don't think it's not. But I guarantee that if I stop reacting to REN and stop reacting to any independent rapper, Tom McDonald and all these people that are telling you how the shit really is, if I stop reacting to them and start reacting to Little Uzi and Little Juicy and Little this and Little that and follow all this and Megan Thee Stallion and all these fucking people and follow that whole entire lane, watch how my page grows. I wanted to do that just to show that let me just go on that lane for a month or two, and let me go, not a month or two, let me go at it for a good 3, 4, 5 months of me stop reacting to how I react and just follow the guidelines to the T. Watch how my channel grows. It's just built that way. It is made that way for you to follow what we want you to say and do, or else you won't get paid. I am living fact of that. He is living fact of that. Every reactor that I've reacted to is a living fact of that. They tried to stop you from speaking the way you feel, whether you guys agree with it or not. They stop us from doing it by limiting our views, by limiting our pay. But you know what they do with limiting our pay? Makes us say, is this even worth it anymore? Because I can't even provide for my family with this. I went from making $105,000 in my job down to $25,000 a year because I believe in this. Because I said I want to be a voice of what really is going on out here in common sense. And I get crucified. He gets crucified. King Blitz gets crucified. Tom McDonald gets crucified. REN gets crucified by unsubscribing to us and everything like that. But do we show emotion? No. Do we say, do we bitch and cry about it? No, we keep on working and we keep on doing what we do. And know that it's never going to be heard. It's never going to be seen. You think that this video right now is going to get over 2,500 views? No, it's not. Why? Length. Why? Because they know what I'm going to be saying. That's just what it is. They don't want to sit here for 2 hours and 43 minutes, almost 3 hours, and hear me speak so much stuff, and hear him spit so much stuff, and hear REN spit so much stuff that it's going to make their mind say, oh, well, I don't think this, they're attacking me, and I feel attacked, and I feel triggered, and then they go right back inside their shell. I don't know. I don't want to talk about your facts. I don't want to talk about nothing. No. So I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm going to unlike. I'm going to start saying mean things about you online. And I'm going to start doing all this stuff because you made me feel bad. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not here to hold your hands no more. But before, I just didn't say anything because I just didn't want to start an unnecessary I don't want to anger somebody so unnecessarily. But then how I feel, it came to a point where I felt like I'm part of the problem because I'm not saying anything. So then that's when I started saying stuff. And that's when I started losing subscribers. And that's when I started. It happens. It happens. So that's why I always appreciate the donations that I get. That's why I always appreciate the merch that you guys buy from me. And I appreciate all that because all of that, no matter how small it is, all of it helps because we're being fought against a system that doesn't want us to be here. It's going to make it very hard for us to try to make it to the top. It's very easy to go off of a certain mindset to try to pander to a generation of kids that are confused. And if you agree with them, they feel like they find a friend in you. You found a friend in me. Who you friend in me? You want me to explain it to you? You want me to show you an example? Okay, here's an example. Yeah, because people don't understand because slavery happened. My answer to how you telling me that that's not going to affect me? Fuck that. That's going to affect me. That's going to affect my mama. That's because the white man put crack cocaine in the country. They put it in our cities and they made us do this. Fuck all that. We got to go with somebody that's going to take care of us. That's going to give us welfare. They're going to make all these rich people pay more taxes because I want my welfare and I want more of it. Because I don't want to work. Because the white man keeps on keeping me down because I can't get a job. And people agree with that. Yet, literally, a couple years ago, we were all happy because we had a black president. But the black president you guys voted for didn't go with the policies that you guys thought he was going to go with. He actually went with the policy. Do you know that Obama felt the same exact way that Trump felt about immigration? And I just want to throw this out there. I just want to show you guys something. When Obama ran for president, he said that the problem that we're having in this country right now is immigration. Problem right now, there's too many immigrants coming into this country, too much criminals, too much murdering, too much trafficking, too much drugs. Trump does it, there's a problem. We're taking babies away from parents, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing the third. Contradictions all the way through. Oh, I don't care if they did it. I don't like it that Trump is doing it. That's the only argument you're ever going to get. Period. Boy, we're going on 3 hours later. I'm not doing no more reactions today. This is 3 hours that I'm on in this shit. So I ain't doing no more reactions, but I do have a lot of reactions coming though. After, like before this, you guys will see it. But today, as of right now, today is Thursday, and I am not doing no reactions today anymore. But I will be, or I already did go live. So at Friday, 11 a.m. Friday, 11 a.m. I will be live, or I was live. So go catch the replay if this is late. But I am going live, Indy live, and I'm gonna try to see if I get some reactions to come up with me so we can do some reactions together. Let's go.
And speak the truth. Good on you, mate. Don't stop. Please don't stop.
We got
Keep doing it, mate. Because the world needs to hear it. And if there are enough renegades, I'm telling you, you can start a motherfucking revolution. I'm not kidding.
That's the plan.
Because this is true music. I mean true music as in the truth of the world music that people need to hear.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? When Ren gets in this bag, I love it. That's why I loved all of the Money Game part 1, 2, and 3. I loved it.
Right.
If you see my reactions in those videos, you see that I was going crazy, man. Because this is real, the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we have fun listening to good music and all that. But sometimes you got to hear the truth to make you go, man, this is what the world's really like. And this is what humanity is really like. Bruh. maybe one day, like I said, Renegades will rise up.
I like the way Ren does it though, because Ren his content doesn't saturate political views. He doesn't saturate his content with political views. There's only a couple of songs out of Ren's repertoire that are about political shit, money games, all that. The certain song, there's a lot more mental health. That's why I love Ren, because he'll tap into that political bag, but he knows how to step back from it and keep on going with what his plan is. I love it.
It's all good, but one day someone can listen to this, and maybe that person can invoke real change from what Ren has been singing about. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a waste. You know. Anyway, I've rambled enough, man. But this was fantastic. Ren, this was fantastic, bro. Don't stop, man. Don't you ever stop. Keep pushing, man. Keep spreading the truth, the word, man. Keep being that revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need, bro. That's what we need. God bless you, mate. Thank you for making my day a day. Thank you so much, bro.
I think I got
Thank you. Sweating. Look at that. Damn, man. Bro, Crucify Your Culture. Thank you for the recommendation, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I think you liked it.
In the comment section, all of you that recommended this, thank you. I appreciate it. This is fucking fantastic.
Hey, you saw the fly?
Anyway,
I'm not bugging.
Video,
I'm not bugging. You guys saw
That's
it.
a reaction, please.
You guys saw it. That's the bitch that's trying to fuck with me the whole week. Just because I left the door open. One day, that motherfucker didn't find out the way. I'm going to have to leave the door open again and see it find its way out, man. Oh, I have to air this out anyway.
If you enjoyed my reaction, my sweaty reaction, please give this video a big like. If you want to see more reactions, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you can update every time I drop a video, and please leave a comment down below, and please share the video. Let's have a good time. Let's have a vibe. Thank you so much. This is gonna be a long video. I can see. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. By His grace, God help us. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great weekend. Please have a good time with one another. Please take care of one another. Please love one another. You know what I mean? Because the world we live in is going crazy more. So please stick to one another. Be that love. You know what I'm saying? And keep pushing for it, right? And I know. I didn't mention Arsenal, did I? I know. I don't think, wait, is it because usually, yeah, I don't want to mention it. It still hurts, okay? Ole, 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 you can kiss my big black ass, all right? They can kiss it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't happy. Come on, man. I ain't going to do the singing. Oh, no, nah. They hurt me, okay? It hurts, all right?
He got upset.
You know what I mean? And yeah. Yeah, anyway. I know if you are a PSG fan, you're loving this. Like, oh man, yeah. Fuck you. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, to almost.
I got a soccer reaction coming as a dono. I want to get into soccer so bad. It is the biggest sport in the world. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world. I want to get into it so bad, but I always be like, damn, I think I'm already it's too late for me to join the soccer hype because I'm not gonna know nobody. I'm not gonna understand. I understand soccer, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm gonna have
to everyone that's been watching me, I love you all so much. You guys are awesome people. Thank you so much. And by His grace, God help us. I'll see you on the next one, on the next reaction. Please have a great weekend, man. Take care of each other. Have a good time. All right? Thank you so much.
All right, my brother. That's it. Good night. Guys, thank you so much. Lord, I think we good, right? I think that was a good reaction right there. This girl got a 3 hour, Oh man, I didn't think we were gonna go this far with it, man. I saw 33 minutes. I was like, man, hour and a half at least. Nope. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that if you want. And if you left, I'm sorry that you left. I apologize, but I still love you. I'm gonna talk to you guys later.